Everybody, hope you can hear me now. My apologies. Please let me know if the sound got any better. My apologies. I had to get rid of that broadcast and restart a new one. So hopefully you guys are with me. You can hear me okay. I am live now. If you didn't hear what I said before at the beginning, I'll repeat it at the end once we get the verdict. But for now, let's go on over to one of the streams and see what's going on. The judge should be walking in any moment now. Look forward to hearing from her and seeing her here shortly. See what we got here.
You're taking us along this wild ride. I've never understood this trial without you. I'm an artist, but always curious to learn, and I have so much. Thank you.
Learning is awesome. What a nice job.
Okay, and I add law talk with Mike. Thank goodness. Okay, I think we are. Do we have 12 people in here now? We might be maxed out. Hi, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. It says via Court TV, the verdict will be.
Can you guys hear me okay now? Can you hear me all good? Thank you, Lori. Welcome.
At 3 p.m. Eastern time. Is this normal? Why won't the judge read out the verdict? This is common. Yeah.
3 minutes. You didn't catch what I was saying at the beginning about my own.
And trying to keep
just. Well, let me do this really quickly.
So you guys know what we're gonna do.
The judge isn't in yet. For those of you who didn't hear what I was saying about why this matters to me so much in my own personal history with abuse as a child, I'll repeat it at the end once we get a verdict on Johnny. But I have a personal reason why this matters to me. So with that, let's listen, see what everybody has to say, and see what not just the judge and the jury have to say as well. Hey, Jeff, thanks, bud.
They are, and that way we won't be disturbing anybody for this whole experience.
Okay, yeah. So see you on the other side.
That was Alita's super nice way to tell us to all shut up.
It's warranted,
and I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Totally warranted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I know like we are all feeling the adrenaline right now, right? Like we are all like very much on pins and needles, and everyone is going to have their reactions.
It's a big deal.
Get your Nerf bats ready.
Exactly.
Trying to keep my poker face going, but my heart is coming out of my chest.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see what we get here.
Ruben 28 says, question for Hogue. What are your feelings on VG/movie preservation? Sorry. All my DISC based.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. DISC. I wasn't sure if that was short for Discovery. We've gotten so many abbreviations here. Based VG have started to show disc rot. Would there be a way to get an exemption for games and movies so we don't lose them forever? DMCA exemption.
So I've got a video on my channel called "Are Games as a Service Fraud?" that talks a lot about preservation. You can check those out. But the very short answer is the Librarian of Congress is constantly looking at exemptions, and video games have been in the line of sight there for a number of revisions, and I would expect that to go into the future. As of right now, no, we don't have enough protection. So if you care about it, there are groups that are talking about this.
Come on, I don't care about that. What's Ricada got going on? What's Ricada saying? Might have to switch to Ricada. In fact, I think we will.
All right, and then we're just going to get a few more super chats here, and then we're about to begin. Jess RL.
So we're going to go to Ricada real quick before this thing starts, guys.
Regarding the Crumbley parents case, assuming the parents didn't have express knowledge of son going to school with firearms, when a child committing to die with a tool at the same amount.
The judge is coming in.
I mean, if the parents don't have knowledge of the son going to school with firearms, then the parents can't be liable for him for failure to stop
him with
there we go.
I mean, there needs to be some criminal kind of mens rea for criminal liability. So, I mean, again, I can imagine facts that could support that, but they'd have to be pretty particular.
Oh, that's a time with you,
all right,
Andrea.
Court is up.
Here we go for the jury. Yes, Your Honor. All right. Just for everybody in the gallery reminder this.
Is it loud enough? Should I turn it up?
Regardless of the verdict, I will not tolerate any outbursts whatsoever. Okay.
Yeah, that gallery's not going to be exploding in cheers if Johnny wins. I got it.
I love you, Johnny.
Rocking the Tiffany colors there. Tiffany teal.
And I said, what about?
There we go. Good job,
breakfast
Ricada.
at Ascaratis.
Good job, Ricada.
I'm a huge fan of her. She's been really solid.
Yes, Jeff. JD is on tour
again.
With Jeff
yeah, mindset.
so
I think you and I talked about it. Or no, it was Attorney Tom who was on here earlier.
Like a
consistent judge is the most blessed thing you can get in a courtroom.
I'm very insulted you confused me for that midget.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it's okay.
I'm
I'll forgive
sorry.
you this time.
The judge not being the story is the big takeaway from this.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
She's the
King JD,
anti-hero.
all the way, Lori. I'm with you. All the way.
Oh, Elaine, you look like a wreck.
Troubled.
Oh, she
Keep
knows
the camera
what's
on
coming.
her face when she loses.
She's gonna have to get a couple more cats after this one.
Oh, look at this guy's face back here. This guy in the back. Ooh.
Jonah back there.
Man,
We're
I
gonna
would
all
want
look
to be
like
Elaine's cats today.
Oh,
we're gonna
Elaine's
look like
face.
such idiots when the jury awards for Amber on her claims.
Yeah.
Blanks Johnny
Oh,
Depp.
man, don't say that.
104,000, Nick.
But that's why I pour
Come
scotch,
on.
because scotch is good for celebration or
For people in chat,
or misery.
on Facebook,
Or
on YouTube,
Yeah.
put in the
Constant
comments who you think's going to win.
That's
Johnny, Amber, or neither. Who do you think?
Okay. Man, I'm sitting here. My leg is bouncing like crazy. I gotta know. I gotta know the freaking answer. Let's get get the
Is-
jury on camera and have
Is
them
Nick
yell it out.
Mercado wearing a Pope
The
hat?
jury should present their verdict by lifting up their shirts and each one having a letter printed on their skin,
Fuck Amber.
like a football game.
Nick is wearing a Pope hat.
I mean, we've literally got the audience
Ladies and
of a
gentlemen,
football
jury.
match.
What I need you to do, I need to give the forms back to you.
Oh no.
When you find for a defamatory statement, one or more, you need to fill out the compensatory damages. It has to be at least $1 for compensatory damages and up to whatever you feel the damages should be.
Okay.
What?
So
And for punitive damages, you can
Fucked
put
up.
a 0 there, or you can fill out that as well. But I need those lines filled out. Okay.
Oh my God. You didn't check this first?
One or more of the statements,
Okay.
but did
The
not.
bailiff didn't know to make sure the forms were
she's
complete.
sending
Are
them
you
back
kidding
to
me?
make sure they fill out the money amount.
We just got literally.
Oops.
We just got verticucked.
We have blue balls right now. Blue balls.
Come
This
on,
is
man.
Verdict
not
block.
holy. This is not holy. I
Come
do
on.
So
not
we'll be in
approve of
recess
this.
till we hear back from them. Don't go.
Oh, come
Can you
on.
declare a fatwa on that bailiff, please?
The judge is making them go back.
Someone
and
got
fill out
money.
the forms.
Oh, guys.
Depp got money.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, he hasn't
Oh,
got
hey,
money yet.
Lori,
They let
I'm sure
Amber
Katie
Heard
would be happy
announce
with the
blank.
dollar.
They keep
The
doing
last-
this techno
that means
shuffle.
zero,
Wow. Wow.
She sent them away.
Well, shit. I guess I'm not going to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, am I?
I mean, I have to infer from this that Depp wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
she sent them
cannot
back to
see
fill
Amber
out
Heard's
the
claims of
compensatory.
winning.
I
So it
agree.
sounds
I
like
think they
With
ruled
the
for
one
Johnny
or
Depp.
more.
Come on.
I mean, I heard that.
They went
Yeah.
through all that.
I said all
Verticut.
three. That's what I said.
That
I'm
was
sticking
funny.
with it. I'm
That's
sticking
why I
with
love
it.
Dick Mercado.
His papacy has spoken. I said all three. But I'm curious what they'll come up with for a number though, because if they didn't write a number down, maybe they just go, well, he wins, but we don't really care if he wins anything.
God, this is going to take 4
get
more
the-
days.
But he has to win
They
damages.
go back in there
Somebody
today,
should have
and it kicks it
caught
over
that
to the
and
next
filled
day.
that part out.
Oh, I would. Oh.
Come on, man.
I can't say the joke. I can't say the joke because
I
they
know.
take stuff like that seriously.
I
But
know. I know.
but in Minecraft comes to freaking mind right now.
Yep.
All right, let me
Come
hit
on.
some of these super chats
I like
while we wait
Verticut. That was
because
fun. That
we're just
it should have been
here. We're at the
Verticut
behest of this
block, though.
weirdo jury
That
who
should-
missed
he got
an
that part
entire
wrong.
blank on the page.
Now there's 100,000 people pissed at you for some reason.
Good.
I know, Jeff. How do you not fill out the compensatory damages part?
Aldiosis says, "Hey Nick, did you get the candles I sent you?" Yes, I got them yesterday. They're the Seraphim
Oh.
Bright candles. If you did, have you burned them? I have not burned them yet, but I did just get them. They smell wonderful, by the way. And I hate smelly things. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to let Lady Rackets review them when they burn, and let her give me the review
Come
to
on.
give to you because I legitimately hate the smell of everything. My nose is very sensitive and large. Speaking of things that are not large, Attorney Tom is back. What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Hello, Pope Nick.
Hey, how's it going?
Nick. Oh, Nick.
What do you even call His Excellency? No, that's not the Pope. What do you call the Pope?
His Eminence.
Papacy? What?
His
Father.
Eminence.
His Eminence.
Father?
Okay.
Yeah.
The white
You-
smoke is flying from the YouTube house today.
His
Well,
holiness
it,
is the
it
Pope.
did earlier. It's up on Twitter. You can find the
What
white smoke.
what the hell was that? I was watching. I was getting ready for the verdict. We got caught.
Yeah. Complete bullshittery is happening right now.
Ridiculous.
Got Ambered on there, man. That was
Like, what if the
Ridiculous.
jury doesn't agree on the damage? Like, what if they go back? They're like, well, we didn't fill it out because this asshole says 0 and this guy says 50 million. This guy says no, letters. He just has letters. He went into hexadecimal. He's got A and G. I don't know.
But surely this means they found defamation. They found liability. Because if they didn't find liability, then answering the damages would be moot.
Right.
Exactly.
It's funny watching the judge try and not give it away.
If the
Like,
bad
I don't
know.
know how
The
to,
verdict was.
how do I say this?
Come on.
Without
Rule for
well,
Johnny.
if you find it, you got to find a damage award.
Now,
so that was
Is it possible
pretty sure we wrote that
the ruling
down. We
was
should
for
have probably
Amber,
done it.
and they're
thank
saying
you.
Amber deserves
Thank you
money?
for bringing us all
Yes,
back
that's
in.
possible. Is it likely?
Real quick, finishing
It's
that super chat.
unlikely.
Instagram is Seraphim_Bright. And guys, if you want some candles, some nice scented candles, Seraphim Bright on Instagram. Rocky 123591 says, please give a shout out to my wife Maggie.
Just that next
Was able to get her
room,
away
all
from
have
that
different
filth,
amounts.
lawn crime, and over the much more family
You know what?
wholesome panel
I
of
got-
Arcata Law.
I
Welcome, Maggie.
apologize. I didn't put this up
Family
earlier.
approved.
Wait, if I drink this, am I a
I
Baptist?
answered this. Yes,
Pope?
Jeff. He's in Britain.
Or no, wait,
Not-
I'm
JD.
no, a
Not a
Catholic.
Southern
Baby.
Baptist. Yeah. There you go.
JD was probably watching this. Can you imagine Johnny Depp watching this and then going,
As long as it's
"God,
not
are you killing
Bushmills,
me?
I think
Kidding
that's
me?
okay.
Are you kidding me right now?" But
okay,
knowing
next.
Johnny, he probably just laughed.
Brian P.
You gotta
My
start
company
doing it. You
manages
probably
legal
laugh like-
firm ITs,
It just-
the legal firm's IT across the country, and we work
Donald
so
and
well
JD,
that I've had a
I
lot of
think
free time to
what
enjoy
they
the trial
should
through
do,
your
and I'm gonna turn
perspective.
Nick down a
Could
little bit.
I shout out my
Right, I mean, I
company,
like Nick, but I'm gonna turn him down a little bit.
Securitas.tech? Sure. Sure,
Every
if you're
time I talk to
if
the
you're looking
chat
for
folks,
some
my
of
own
that
chat folks.
sweet IT services, I guess check out Securitas.tech.
As far as a dollar for JD Lori,
Chris
I
says
think
everyone grab a mega
would
pint
be
of
more than
whatever
that.
and drink. Win or lose, you have the
poetic
mega
justice
pint
would be
for a reason.
$7 million, because that's the $7
Johnny
million that he
Stark
paid her, and
says,
it
Johnny
did come
Depp
up
should
in the
win
trial,
$57
and the
million.
jury
Why
could
are punitives
mention
capped
it. The
for
jury
rich
could be
people?
like,
Hard to send a
"Oh well,
message
you know
to
what?
the
We'll
rich
just give him
with
back the
such a
$7
low
million
cap.
he gave her, or we'll award him the
Look,
$14 million. It was
Whatever
$7 million that he
anybody
gave her
thinks about
tax free,
anything,
because he had to pay
have
the
to
tax
remind
debt
you what I've been
associated
saying
with
the
that.
entire
So we'll
trial.
award him $14 million, but I
A
don't.
jury verdict
Do I
of
think
an
the jury would be
individual
that
person
poetic?
to another
The fact that they
individual
didn't fill it out at
person
all.
on
No.
defamation of even a
If they want to get it filled
$1
out fast so they
is
can go home, they might just put down
maybe
$1.
record-setting
But they have to all
the
agree
idea of going into
on an
$10
amount.
million,
So
I think definitely is a record-setting
they have to
verdict
agree
on
on an amount.
defamation.
And if they don't agree on the
There are
amount,
just not
they're going to be
cases
back there for a
where
while longer.
individuals
The fact that they
pay
got a
out
verdict is great.
tens of millions of dollars
Agreeing to an
in
amount
defamation.
shouldn't take
So
that
having
long.
a
At this point, I'd be like,
$350,000
look,
punitive,
let's give them back the
damage
$7
cap on
million.
defamation
That would be me.
isn't
I'd be like,
weird because
screw whatever
there aren't-
the foreman's
there are
saying.
not
The foreman's not
damage
saying
awards
anything.
in
I'd be
this
like,
number.
let's give them back the $7 million he gave her and call it a day.
A Johnny Depp
Who's down for that?
a Pirates of the
Get
Caribbean
the hell out of
says,
here. That's what I would do.
defamatory
But we'll
statement.
see.
Even if you think of your
I did like
average
Verdict
actor,
Cox, but as I
even a
said,
high-level actor,
Lori, it should have been
losing a
Verdict Cox
role,
blocked.
the odds
That's
that the
actually
role
more
that they
accurate
lose
term.
and can show is, you know, a
And yes,
franchise
Jeff,
film
you are
that's
correct.
so
It is
well
ridiculous
established
that they
the
did not fill out.
guaranteed a $20 million paycheck is really low because most
You
of
gave
them
a
aren't
verdict that
guaranteed
didn't fill out the
$20
money
million
part. That's just
paycheck.
nuts.
You know, so that's why.
No, that's what I was just
That's
saying. They
why
got to have
the punitives are capped
the
is
same amount. They
because
have to
complete
agree
defamation
to an
damages
amount.
for
They agreed on
individual
a verdict.
people
Now they have to
cannot
agree
reach
to an
this
amount.
level.
Hopefully, this
It's a
doesn't take
weird set of
longer than
circumstances
10
in
minutes,
this case.
which
And
is why I
again,
think everybody's
I
still
fully
streaming.
believe Johnny Depp has lost
But we'll
far
see.
more than $50 million due to the defamation that occurred. But
Yeah, it would be nice to see
due to the jury
have
to
it
award
pay,
that,
have to pay
a number
JD's
that
legal
is
fees and court costs.
unfathomable to them is
That would be
hard to
nice.
do.
So if they give him an amount that would cover that,
But there is a guy in this
he's
panel
golden.
who
So
gets juries
visit
to
legal
award
fees and court costs, let's say, are
unfathomable
12
amounts,
mil,
right, Tom?
and they award
No,
him
it's not a big deal,
14 mil,
It's cool.
he pockets 2, gives the other 12 to his attorneys and the
But
courts,
no, is that
and
a-
he's out of there. And
And
him walking away with $2 million profit, I'm sure Johnny would be very,
Yeah.
very happy with that.
More importantly,
Wouldn't bother him in
there's
the least.
also a member of this panel, me, who's a GM at chess.
But we'll see. We'll see.
You're a GM at chess?
Yes.
Right now, in case you guys are wondering, no, I did not spill paint on myself. This is
Grandmaster.
my Blue Man shirt. I got.
Andrew, you're muted.
I went to a Blue Man show in Vegas. It was awesome.
I said, you mean like an actual playing piece?
Man, I got a fresh haircut for this.
No,
No,
Tom, do
kidding.
you ever run into problems with that?
I did get a haircut
Like,
yesterday
because
because I needed
in your case, you do
I didn't get
catastrophic
it for this
personal injury, and sometimes
trial.
those damage awards go into the
let's see here.
multiple millions of dollars.
Yes.
So is that a
What do we
that a
got? What do we
hurdle,
got?
having to convince people?
Those of you who are watching on YouTube, please give me a like. If you're watching YouTube or Facebook, please like the video, comment on the video, share the video. I'd appreciate all that. You would all do that. Would be greatly appreciated. Any help you can offer to help grow my Facebook following or my YouTube page, specifically my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate. Thank you, Wade. Lori's so sweet. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Not bad for an old guy. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Lori. It's very sweet.
That amount of money if it's warranted.
Thank you. Hey, what's up, Rich? How you doing, brother?
No matter what
Everybody at Infinity Credit and Financial Services, awesome guy, awesome service.
So
Check it
it's
out.
a huge
Let's
issue
go
that you
looking,
need to take up
especially
on board
for financial services, insurance, anything like that. Rich is a great guy.
I mean,
Definitely help you out.
so yeah,
That was not a paid advertisement. We've been friends for
I
years.
know
I know
homeschool
I have my
families
insurance
who
going on.
have
So
like
I know
6,
he's a good
7
guy.
kids and have
I gotta leave that message up there, Lori. I don't get that. I don't get that too often. No, I'm kidding.
$30,000 range.
No, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Their life operates on a budget that is so strict, so
Let's
tight,
see.
and
What
so
are you guys saying? Let's listen to Nick
but the
Mercado, Mr.
idea
Vertica.
of $1
Never
million
heard that term before. That
is
was
literally
hilarious.
a foreign concept that will probably never be realized, at least.
What happened?
Huge issue. It is probably the number one issue for catastrophic injury cases, because you need somebody who can conceptualize those type of damages, and there are just some people who cannot.
Lori, you rock.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Next.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Vanish Mantle. Hey, what's up? Vanish Mantle says, can I get a shout out for my YouTube?
I'm glad everything's going well.
For my game, Creative Virtual Magic. Vanish Mantle has a channel on YouTube and a game, Creative Virtual Magic. Love the coverage as always, Raggets.
For those of you who
Would
are
you be
in the
interested in
chat
trying it out and
right
giving
now,
some
would you
feedback?
let me know?
Sure, buddy.
When I first came on, before I had
yeah,
to redo
I'd be
the
happy
stream,
Jacob,
were you able to hear what I said about why this is so important to me? I don't need to do that.
In this case, the judge had execution for even mentioning him using counsel.
Come on, stop that.
To the Second Amendment as well.
There we go. Let me know if you heard me or not. If you didn't hear what I was saying, I heard that the audio was pretty bad, which is why I restarted the stream. But I do have personal reasons for why this matters to me. And I guess what I'll do is this, while we're waiting on those guys to come back. And I'll get back to Nick and the crew shortly. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. For those who are just joining, who didn't hear it, what I was saying is that this case matters a lot to me for two reasons. First, justice. It matters to me that someone who is wrongly accused of committing crimes is found to be believed that they didn't commit those crimes. That is very, very important to me, just from a fairness and justice standpoint. Secondly, from a matter of abuse, as a person who had my own bout with it in my childhood, it matters to me because I understand what the pain, and a lot of my friends and people who know me don't know this about me. A lot of the pain, that physical and emotional and mental pain that Johnny Depp went through, and millions of other people who've been abused go through, I understand. As a kid, I had a very abusive, I had a stepfather with a very bad temper when he got angry. And I remember what it was like to be in a position of living in fear and trying not to make any mistakes, trying to say the wrong thing, trying not to do the wrong thing. I remember what it was like to blame myself for stuff and don't do that, and calling myself names and why did you do that? It was stupid. Or just having to walk on eggshells and all those things. I remember very much what that was like. Now, as I was saying before, Johnny and I were saying no. I mean, I was a little kid and but a grown man. There was no way I was going to win that fight. I was powerless to try and defend or protect myself. But from that standpoint, as I said before, I can understand where Johnny was coming from because he's being attacked by a woman. When you get attacked by someone who's supposed to love you, it really is a very surreal thing. And then when you are powerless to fight back or to do anything, it adds an additional layer of shame and guilt and confusion to the whole equation. And so I would like to see him win, and we still don't know. I mean, the likelihood is the verdict came in as a win for Johnny, but I would like to see him win just to show that it's not okay to do certain things to certain people. It's not okay to abuse people. And I know women, same thing for women who go through this. It's not okay to abuse women. It's not okay to abuse men. It's not okay to abuse children. It's not okay to abuse anyone. It's not okay. And that's why this matters to me. I said it happened many years ago. As I said earlier, I know the audio was bad. One of the worst beatings I can still remember like it was yesterday. And I remember being 11 years old. I remember screaming and, crying and pleading to the point where I almost passed out. So I know what it's like to have to endure that kind of physical and emotional abuse. It just breaks my heart for Johnny Depp that he chose to marry somebody who treated him this way. It is disgusting, and for that reason and others, I hope he wins. So that's that. So we'll get back to what everybody's talking about. I'll get some more super chats here. Yeah, Lori, I understand. Look, looks like the jury's back. Love you too, Lori. Thanks. Appreciate you. Let's see what they got to say.
Here we go.
That was
Her
quick.
looks like she's at a wake.
Let me see if
I
They
mean,
all
to be
look like
fair,
they're at a wake.
she's
Law and Crime has 3 million live viewers.
Wow.
That's, I mean,
What a waste of time.
yes,
Crazy.
but the amount of their picture is better, so I'm going to switch over to them. Hold on, here we go.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah. So Sky News is just having issues
Mr.
with their...
Foreperson, is this the verdict of the jury? All right, is it unanimous?
Okay, here we go.
Thank you, sir.
come on, 50.
I'm sticking with 7. I say it's 7. I'm
In
ending the
civil case
poll.
number CL 2019-2911. Mr. Depp's claim against Ms. Heard. 1. As to the statement appearing in the online op-ed entitled Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post online edition, quote, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
Yeah.
By a greater weight of the evidence.
Let's see if there's actual tears.
The statement was made or published by Ms. Heard. Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp. Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false.
Look at her
Answer,
face.
Yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp. Answer, yes. Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard. Answer, yes. Question, the circumstances surrounding the publication of this statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
Gotcha.
2. As this statement
All
appearing in
7
the
questions were
op-ed
yes on the
entitled
first count.
A Transformative Moment for Women in the Washington Post print edition and the online op-ed, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post online edition. Quote, then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. Proven by a greater weight of the evidence. That question, the statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes.
Guess they believe none of it.
Due to circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement,
Oh, Rottenborn looks
it
unhappy.
conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
Oh,
Do you
get wrecked.
find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear
You're
and
absolutely right,
convincing
Jeff.
evidence that
You're right.
Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, on all
Music
7
to
of
my
the
actual
As to the
malice
of the
statement
second
ears.
count.
appearing in the op-ed entitled A Transformative Moment for Women in the Washington Post print edition and the online op-ed, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post online edition. Quote, I had the rare vantage point of seeing in real time how institutions protect men accused of abuse, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. By a greater weight of the evidence. That question, the statement was
freedom
made
I
think she-
or published by Ms.
I think
Heard?
she'll cry when the
Answer,
money comes up.
yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
This is the one that I didn't think she
The
would get.
defamatory implication
I
was
mean, that, I
designed
didn't think
and
Johnny would get.
intended by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes.
They give them all
Question, due to
3.
circumstances surrounding the publication of this statement,
Woe is
it
right.
conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear
I
and
wish you stayed
convincing
home today,
evidence
Miss Heard.
that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
Woo. Woo. Woo.
As against Amber Heard, we, the jury, award compensatory damages in the amount of $10 million.
Yes!
We, the jury, award punitive damages in the amount of $5 million. In
was
civil
close, I
case
said
number
14.
CL 2019.
Now that gets cut
You got
down to the
15.
statutory max.
Ms. Heard's claim against Mr. Depp. 1. As to this statement appearing in the April 8, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail. Quote,
Thunder.
Amber Heard and her friends in the media used fake sexual violence allegations
Oh wait, this
as
is her
both a
claim.
sword and shield, depending on their needs.
Is she gonna win?
They have selected some of her sexual violence hoax facts as the sword, inflicting them on the public and Mr. Depp. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven
Her
all the
counterclaim.
elements of defamation? Answer, no. 2. As to this statement appearing in the April 27, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail. Quote, Quite simply, this was an
No
ambush, a
Predict-
hoax. They set Mr. Depp up by calling the cops, but the first attempt did not do the trick. The officers came to the penthouses, thoroughly searched and interviewed, and left after seeing no damage to face or property. So Amber and her friend spilled a little wine and roughed the place up, got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and publicist, and then placed a second call to 911, end quote. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
Ooh.
Has Ms. Heard proven by a greater weight of the evidence?
Wow.
Question. Mr.
She
Waldman,
got that one.
while acting as an agent for Mr. Depp, made or published the statement? Answer, yes. Question. The statement was about Ms. Heard. Answer, yes. Question. The statement was seen by someone other than Ms. Heard. Answer, yes. Question. The statement was false. Answer, yes. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven by clear and convincing evidence that the statement by Mr. Waldman was made with actual malice? Answer, yes.
Wow, she won
Three.
one.
Would they award
As
her
to this
10 million?
statement, appearing in the April 27, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail, quote, "We've reached the beginning of the end of Miss Heard's abuse hoax against Johnny Depp," end quote. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, no.
Oh, what you got for number
As
two?
against John C. Depp II, we, the jury, award compensatory damages in the amount of $2 million. As against John C. Depp II, we, the jury, award punitive damages in the amount of $0.
Does either side wish to have the jury polled?
Yes, Your Honor.
That was a compromise verdict.
Yeah.
Members of the jury, if this is your verdict, please answer yes. If this is not your verdict, please answer no. Juror number 6. Juror number 10. Juror number 15. Juror number 16. Juror number 22. Juror number 27. Juror number 29.
Okay, I do find that the jury's verdict is unanimous. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes your
What
service in
that
this
tells
case.
me is
I
there
wanna
was
thank
one
you
juror
for
who was
your
holding
dedication
out
and your
for
hard work
Amber,
during this trial, and I know I speak for everybody
and
here.
this was the compromise to
when
get
I
that person on board.
tell you that we appreciate your sacrifices and your time and your public service in this matter, okay? So I'm gonna have you go back to the jury deliberation room for one more time, and then we'll release you from there, okay? All right, thank you.
He owes her $2 million, Kelly,
There
but
you
she
go. That's
owes
a
him
net
$15 million.
of
So
$8,350,000
You'll just
award to Johnny
split the
Depp.
difference and say, give me 13 million.
That's a huge win for him.
Yeah. Good job, Camille.
Poor life
Thank
choices,
you.
Amber.
All right.
Yep. Oh man.
No
Okay.
money, no
In
career.
accordance with law, I will amend the
Well, no.
punitive damages
She owes him-
award to the statutory cap of $350,000 on Mr. Depp's award, okay? I will set this down for entry of an order, and can we do it on June 24th at 10 a.m. if that's available? All right,
Yep.
Mr. Chu, if you could prepare that
Hey,
order
hey,
and
well,
then
welcome.
circulate it to
No,
Ms. Bretterhoff.
not
and we can
13
have all
million, guys.
Objections noted on it.
As
All right.
as
Not
we've been
13
saying,
mil?
there's a statutory
All
cap.
right. And if I get it before
Oh,
that
that's
date, I'll
right.
take it
We'll
off.
explain in a
Statutory
minute.
cap is
Okay.
Oh, it's
$3
$8
All right,
million.
thank you to all the
total.
attorneys,
8,350,000.
and you're welcome to come to my courtroom
So-
anytime. Well, give me a few weeks,
Yeah,
but then
she
you
owes
can
him
come
$8
anytime,
million
okay?
because he
All
won
right.
10 million,
Court is adjourned.
and then
Thank you.
350,000.
Oh man, they gotta be feeling great over on this side of the
Oh yeah.
aisle, and they
So
gotta
happy.
feel fucking well.
Look at
Oh,
that hug.
big
Look at that
hug.
hug. Look at that hug.
Yeah.
He
Imagine-
owes her 2 million,
Oh,
so
there you go.
6 million
Still-
roughly.
Yeah,
No
whatever.
emotion.
Like, get out of here.
There's
Imagine,
Are you saying,
uh,
are you saying, Lori, is
Well,
it
we
8
won on
million
that one
after the 2 million?
counterclaim.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Oh, I
It's
mean
8
that's
million.
what
You're right, Lori.
that's what they're
Yeah,
going to
it's
be
the
riding
narrative.
on.
After the 2
That's the
million.
narrative.
He lied about me.
Jury found for Amber
Lori's
Heard.
better at math.
But
than
here's
I
the
am.
other thing. That counterclaim might actually help PR wise for Depp, because if she walks out of there and is like, "Oh, it's an unfair system," it's like, well, they gave you one of your counterclaims. You got a fair hearing.
That was an awesome team. Look at
Get
that.
going.
I would take this. Plus, Johnny Depp can always say, I maintain that I didn't make those statements. My attorney did. The jury found otherwise, but those were the words of someone else. Those weren't me. Amber Heard can't say that about at least 2 of the 3 statements. Johnny Depp
Exactly.
can say about his 1 statement for sure. And I think the compromise verdict that was mentioned by
Hey, Kelly,
Andrew
this is going to get back to what you said
indicative
earlier
of the
here.
0 punitive damages.
She's going to have to
I mean, that's it. Real quick to the chat.
do what she did for Elon
Johnny Depp
before, a little
nets
chicken head.
$8,350,000 because although he was awarded $10 million compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages, there is a cap under the law in Virginia that says that punitive damages are limited to $350,000.
Right.
So he can only take a total of $10,350,000, and then
Right.
he has the minus $2 million from Amber Heard's claim that she prevailed on. So that's why it's $8,350,000 and not $13 million. But the interesting thing about that, and this is a cool facet of that sort of law, is that
you guessed right,
the jury
Lori.
found $5 million to be a sufficient number of punishment, and that's usable on the PR side of things.
Right.
That we say that the jury found that her defamation was so egregious that even though they only found
the courtroom where you can see these fans, as I said, every time
They would have.
I'm gonna
They would have hit
wait for
her.
a press conference.
They would have hit her harder than the law would have allowed.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shit. That's not good. Not used to having.
Pledge is not going to work in a court
really
proceeding.
I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. I this one still works. I think, right? Like that's still
that
good.
works. That works. That checks out.
Whoa. Defamation. The next trial.
Here, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't even know who this guy is on the bottom. But he always
Don't
seems
worry,
to be
he's
on the
used to-
bottom. It's weird.
He's used to only reaching up to the
Yeah, but I
the
think the
bottom
fact
third
that
of the
she's
room.
got to
so
pay,
it's all
let's
good.
say his legal fees, Kelly, or $10 million.
Okay, we will. I will be. Well, I say we. I will be covering through the statements. Any press release statements. I assume we are going to have 30 minutes to an hour before the weeping is done. Before
What
Amber
weeping?
Heard comes out, Johnny Depp's team, will likely make a statement. Justice prevailed today.
Yep.
We disagree with the jury, but on the one thing, but we're happy on balance because we defended our client's reputation and good name to the maximum extent of the law and beyond.
I agree. I disagree with the jury
What a
too
great
because
message.
his lawyer
That
said
is- that's
something.
Johnny's got his career back.
And
Heard is
they
all done.
are basically trying to attribute what Johnny's
I wonder
lawyer
what the
said
largest
to Johnny, and I didn't think they
defamation
proved that at all.
award.
That's why that was a compromise.
All right, y'all.
Somebody was
Hey, I
holding
gotta
out
head
for
out.
Amber,
I just want to pop
and
in
in order
for the
to
verdict.
get this
All right, guys.
judgment,
Easy time.
Okay, see you later, buddy.
they decided to give her 1 count.
So, guys, over under on how long it takes the WAPO to pull that article.
We'll see.
Op-ed?
They could double
They're not
down.
going to
Who
pull it. They're
knows?
going to double down.
Yeah.
For those of you who are wondering why, Nick
Well, the
Potato
crazy
is
thing
wearing
is
a
if the
papal
Washington Post
hat
were
there,
today
'cause he's
to
supposed to be
retweet that
the
article,
Pope of
he's got
legal
a
YouTube lawsuits,
colorable
they call
claim
it.
for defamation with
Actual malice.
actual knowledge with actual malice.
Yeah.
So, oh man, Law and Crime is I think that's Dan Abrams commenting on. I'm not going to listen to him, but I think that's is that him? That's him.
From
Oh,
his
he's mad.
from his Civic. Yeah.
He's driving right now. Like there's movement in the window.
Oh man, if he gets into an accident live on this, that'll be
That would be
That'd be
hilarious
terrible.
because of doing
that'd
that.
be bad for his insurance claim.
Wait, is he not in the U.S.? Like, is this another where they drive on the other side of the road? Because I mean,
It must
Yeah,
be
this
his image,
would be the driver's side with the.
Harry, how are you
Cameron's
just now showing
Yeah,
up?
Cameron's
It's not a
married.
guilty or not guilty. It's libel or
Otherwise
not
he-
libel.
It would be funny if
Johnny
he runs
Depp
over Amber Heard
was
outside
awarded
the courthouse.
$15 million
Yeah.
by the jury.
Not really funny.
Amber
sorry.
Heard was awarded $2 million for 1 count. He got 15
So-
million. He got yes.
So
on
I've got
all 3
it
counts.
pulled up, waiting for press conferences, and we'll see that coverage as it happens.
The
I agree
Washington
with you,
Post
Will.
article
I agree with
announcing
you.
the verdict goes on to mention that the Post
This
was
should
not a
allow
defendant in the suit.
More women, more men to come forward when women do this kind of thing. But most women aren't as evil as Amber Heard. Don't get me wrong. The guys who are getting
In the
abused by
largest
women,
libel award in American
terrible
history, a
stuff.
Houston
But
jury
then to turn
yesterday
around
ordered
and
Dow
say-
Jones to pay
and try and get the guy
$227
put
million to
away
a
or
bond
try and
firm.
destroy
That
him or
doesn't
ruin his
count.
career,
That's
saying it was him.
that's not an
when
individual
they
thing.
know
That's
full well-
major
Come on,
corporation.
bond firms matter.
Yeah,
Hashtag
she
bond
deserves-
firms matter.
I wish they'd given him more than 15 million.
Hashtag justice for bond firms. I don't think it's going to catch
She's only
on.
going to be able to collect about
Yeah, I don't see that one flying.
about
Okay, so
8 million of it,
Bentham
if that.
IMF
But I
client
think after
wins one of
she
the
finishes
largest
blowing
defamation
Elon,
awards in U.S. history.
He'll give her the 8 million, and she'll be able to
which
pay
was
back.
$14 million. But that's again, jury awarded Mr. Radcliffe and CPM $14.5 million.
I worked too. I still made it
biggest
away.
defamation award in Indiana history and one of the largest ever in the U.S. So I mean, the reason I bring this up is because the idea that he was awarded $15 million by a jury is massive. Like these types of defamation awards don't happen at this level. I also want to point out to T. Greg Doucette, the lawyer, not the bodybuilder, to low T. Greg Doucette, get fucked, you idiot. And to J. Sean Lemoyne, you easy pile of garbage, who are all criticizing Camille Vasquez and her terrible cross of Amber Heard. Y'all were imminently and demonstrably wrong. You're wrong on defamation. You've always been wrong on defamation. And I hope to see some justice for some other people sometime in the future.
Yes, sir.
Get wrecked, scrubs. And also enjoy your zero interaction on social media, you boring piles of garbage.
Also, it looks like Washington Post may have doubled down.
Well, I'm really sorry to hear about that, brother. I'm wishing you well. And
How
your
so?
wife
Did
can
they?
clear your
But
name.
did they
Oh,
double down
I
in a way that the
understand.
republication
Believe
would
me, I
clarify
understand.
No, it's
defamation?
an old article.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
I
got
just
three
checked
articles
the
up. One just
I've
doing
been
by the way,
accused
no,
of
but on the
doing
Washington
something
Post
I didn't
website,
do by a
they
woman
put
too,
above, if you look at the
as
verdict
far
right
as
now,
physical
and this is
violence.
based on time,
And
but right now they put the
it's
Amber
not
Heard
fun.
one technically a little bit, the $2 million above the 15 million. It is chronological, but it is interesting they decided to sort it that way.
But if you actually open that bracket window, they have a general statement. Yeah, then they do. Yeah, they do. They flip it.
Well,
out.
it's time-based, though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. But they could have done it the other way.
Yeah. Candace Rod says it's good she won because she will have a hard time getting an appeal. I mean, yes, to an extent. I mean, she's going to have a hard time on appeal anyway. There are very few appealable issues in this.
I'm
court.
surprised they gave her any
But
of
yes,
those,
it does
because
become more difficult
count
when the
2
jury
and
finds
count
for
3
you
sounded very
and the
similar
other
to me.
party to say that the jury was
And they
biased
gave her
against
one.
you in
I'm
some
telling
way.
you, it was somebody
And
in
fines
that
to you
jury
for the
room
tune of
was
$2 million.
holding out for Amber.
Well, then if she appeals
and they
this, there
weren't
goes
gonna
her
give
statement.
them
I
a
just want
verdict
Johnny to leave
until
me
she got
alone.
something.
That goes out the window.
That's
Yeah.
all it was.
Oh, I can't wait to see what kind of nonsense press release they have.
Let me see what's
that's
going
gonna be
on
fun. Because they're probably having to rewrite it right now. I mean, I'm sure they
These
had
are
one
people over
for
at
being
Legal
blanked
Bites are saying-
completely, and I'm sure they had one for winning. But I don't know if they had a compromise statement prepared.
Oh, here's her statement. She's got
Oh,
it on
we got a
Twitter.
statement.
Would you like
Oh.
me to read it?
Yeah. If you want to share it, I'll pull it up.
Amber
Otherwise, you can just
Barlow?
read it.
The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is a
Fuck off.
setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. I believe Johnny's attorneys succeeded in getting the jury to overlook the key issue of capitalized freedom, of capitalized speech, and ignore evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK.
You weren't a party in the UK, honey. You said it over and over.
I'm sad I lost this case, but I am sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American to speak freely and openly.
So
You can't lie about people freely and
I'm being
openly.
spammed right now with the Vice article. I sent it in the private chat, but But yeah, this is these are the hot takes that I think they had to have had waiting.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, she didn't have time to type that up in the last 3 minutes.
They would clearly have both headlines waiting, right?
Yeah.
Both headlines or statements ready to go. You're going to put it out. This
I
is
think
the
there was
first
a
tweet
headline
she's
that she
made
had
since
waiting.
April 9th.
Because it doesn't mention anything
they've been on a
about
social
her
media
winning the $2
embargo
million,
by the judge,
which had she not
and so now they're able to
prepared
speak.
that
So
statement,
Vice has
she
breaking
would've
after a
mentioned that.
jury heard a string of texts from Johnny Depp saying he wanted to burn Amber Heard and that he would fuck her burnt corpse to make sure she is dead. They decided Heard defamed Depp and acted with malice.
And by the way, malice is in quotation marks.
Yeah.
Quotation marks around malice. Fucking all the V's, Vice, Vox, and Vogue, right? All of them, complete trash on this.
Yeah.
So I have already, they had their things prepared. I had mine prepared too. I've already responded publicly to Amber Heard on Twitter.
And in
I said
6 minutes, she's been ratioed. Just so you know.
Sorry, the ratio.
That ratio is going to get worse.
Tweet.
I said, "Get wrecked, liar." That was my very, very, very important response. And then I just also responded with my prepared statement to Vice, which was, "You lost, simps."
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, these the salt will flow, and be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. I know all of you have enjoyed some level of independent commentary and coverage from either my channel or another channel during this thing. Look, we are about to be under a massive amount of media pressure on this thing. They are going to be angry about the coverage. They wanted to control this narrative. You could see them struggling to try and do it during. And as the entire world is watching this going, we believe Johnny Depp, the media is still trying to push through these things, especially during that break week. They're going to be coming down hard with hit pieces about us. And all we can ask you to do individually is follow our content, follow us on Twitter, wherever you like seeing commentary, and just throw us a like and a view from time to time, because it helps immensely. And what will happen from these people? What will happen is a massive push. We're already seeing stuff like it in the past couple weeks. The focus on super chats and weaponizing mob hatred against victims is coming. The focus on misogynistic reporting swaying public opinion is coming. The pressure against victims to come out and setting victimhood back decades, that's all coming.
It was obvious
the best
that
way to
she
support
was lying,
the thing that you
and
have
they
enjoyed
could not
perhaps
in
over the
court
past couple
attach
weeks is to just
Johnny-
like, subscribe,
Johnny lawyer's
share
words
things from
to
creators
him.
that you like, with commentary
it's a
that you
bullshit
appreciate.
ruling
It helps us
on
immensely.
the
You don't have
part
to
of
give us
giving
any
her
money.
one account,
We of course appreciate that very
some
much, but
Amber Simp
just
was in
just
there
click that
that they
view
had
button
to-
and that
they had to
like
do
and
it.
that
Somebody
share.
was
I
like,
mean,
well, you have to be
it goes
fair.
beyond anything you can imagine to
But,
share our stuff.
Hey,
So
I'm happy Johnny
And,
won
mainstream
all
media-
three discounts. She
Mainstream
only won
media,
one
get
of her
wrecked. We're
three.
coming for you.
He only
Oh, yeah.
was going to give
Oh,
give
yeah.
her $2 million.
This is
but
this
she's
is
not
a
gonna
couple
collect anything
L's
because
you've
she owes
taken,
him
mainstream
10.
media, in the
So-
short time that we've been watching.
She can just
You're
subtract
taking
that
L's
2
left
from
and
the-
right, and it's amazing.
Give him his
By the way,
Bunch of people with webcams, which is like, the crazy thing. You've got all this institutional support,
Hey,
all
Chloe.
this funding, all this backing in the algorithm, the Google algorithm, everything else,
Yeah.
and you're getting wrecked by the truth. I mean, at the end of the day.
And that
I
is why
completely
that's
agree
why
with you,
Nick
Chloe.
is correct that
Miss
there
you.
should be
Hope you're doing well.
cameras in
Fam
every
England.
courtroom for every trial. Because if this was handled in a vacuum and this verdict came about,
The right person
that
absolutely
would
did win.
that would have caused well, it's still going to cause amazing issues, but it would have been much worse.
And by the
if
way,
people
those of you who are
hadn't
wondering, that's
seen
my
the bullshit
niece,
that she was
Chloe.
putting out.
She is
Oh, it's been so
amazing,
amazing
beautiful
over the
person
past
inside
couple of
and out.
weeks watching the
Thanks
same
for watching.
media
Appreciate you.
that has gone to the Supreme Court over the First Amendment right
Yep.
to access
Thumbs
to
up,
the
baby.
courts suddenly acquire the vapors over the fact that the cameras were allowed in this courtroom so that the people could watch and see and judge for themselves and evaluate what Nick has been saying about our jury reflecting the values of our community.
Absolutely.
What an indictment of what the press has become.
It's Really sad.
Yeah,
And
they
the
have
truth of the
not
matter
been
is,
a bastion of
Amber's
First
team
Amendment,
did not want
or
cameras
free-
in the courtroom.
let's
They didn't have
stay
cameras
away
in the
from First
courtroom in
Amendment.
England.
The press has not
and
been
they
a
had
bastion of
stupid
free speech
judge
principles
who
in
I
a
think was
very
on
long
the tape,
time,
to be honest.
and instead have
That
wielded the
ruled
First
in
Amendment as
in
a
the
literal
Sun newspaper's
sword
favor when
and
Johnny
shield.
Sun
Ben
newspaper
Shu's
paper for calling him a wife
description
beater.
of what,
Now they
or
got
no, Adam
cameras in,
Waldman's
and now you see
description
why
of
it
what
was so
Amber Heard's
important
team
to
was
get
doing
cameras
is
in the
apt,
courtroom, so
using it
everyone
as a
could see
sword
what
and shield
freaking lying
against
bitch she
their
was.
enemies. They used the journalistic privilege and the First Amendment deference to journalists as a shield.
Yep.
That actual malice standard, by the way, try and prove that a newspaper who made you famous defamed you when they get to say, well, he's famous. I mean, ignoring that they're the ones who did it, and then say we didn't lie. It's like, well, but you did. You did. I can prove that you lied. But you can't prove that we knew it. They have wielded the First Amendment as a sword and shield against freedom and liberty of individuals forever. And the reckoning is coming. And I don't think people are ready for that pendulum to swing back. But when it does,
well, Chloe,
I'll be drinking.
She actually already did Aquaman 2. It's already been
Speaking
done.
of that, what are you drinking over there, Andrew?
I bet
What's
you
that?
after this ruling,
Well, this is a fine bottle of
They're gonna have to cut her out of the
Costco's
movie.
best Rosé Trevery.
They're gonna have to cut her out. Yeah, she's already been paid the $2 million
Costco's
for
finest is
Aquaman 2
a good brand.
But she basically got $2 million to
look,
do a few scenes and get cut out of the movie.
I'm not going to hate on Kirkland liquor from Costco. It's actually,
Chloe, I think I get what you're saying.
It is not the best
Let me
scotch
turn
or the
this
best
down
bourbon, but it's
real
far
quick.
from the worst.
It's an excellent point.
well, they had
this Chloe's making. Guys, the jury was amazing. They made her pay Johnny $10 million. And they're saying, well, give her $2 million. That's essentially what she got for Aquaman 2. But she's not going to get a dime because she owes him 5 times more than that. I love it. Absolutely love it. Great point. Love it.
So high. The actual malice standard is so
It really
difficult
is.
to overcome.
Defamation is very, very hard.
It's been overcome. Now, the thing that needs to happen, in my opinion, is my humble legal opinion. No one else has to subscribe to it. I hate anti-SLAPP laws. I think they have a purpose that was, or they have a reason behind them that is compelling, but in practice, they don't effectuate it. And I think a jury verdict like Johnny Depp's shows the error of anti-SLAPP, because in California, Johnny Depp would have never made it to a jury trial.
Yep.
He wouldn't have even come close. It would have been slapped out of court. He would have lost immediately. And well, I'm hypothesizing, but we've seen it over and over
You picked
again.
the right venue to have that court
Lots
case.
of evidence being just ignored because the standard
right
is
group of
misapplied,
people.
the statute is misapplied, and the statute
The right
is,
verdict came down.
It's
and I'm with you, Will.
deferentially
I think
applied
court
towards
cases should be televised.
defendant.
We need to
And
know what's going on.
Now we have a jury verdict to say,
the idea that we
yeah, but look
can't
what happens when a
see
jury
what
gets
the
it. Look what happens
lawyers
when the
are
public
doing
gets a hold
and
of it.
what the
Here's the evidence,
defendants and the witnesses are saying
and
is
decides
ridiculous.
this is what they
case
get.
is a great example.
So we've got a
of
statement
why
now from
court
Johnny
cases,
from
except for,
his
I mean,
Instagram.
super sensitive stuff that just like child
6
rape
years
and that sort of
ago,
thing.
my
I
life,
get
the
it.
life of my children,
But
the lives of
actually,
those
even
closest
then, I
to
think
me,
the
and also the lives of the people who
Maxwell
for
case
many,
should have
many
been
years
televised,
have
and they could have,
supported and believed
you
in
know,
me were
used
forever
censors for certain
changed,
material.
all in the
But
blink
we need
of
to
an
see what's
eye.
going on.
False, very serious, and criminal allegations were levied at me via the media, which triggered an endless
Oh, this is
barrage
Johnny's
of
statement.
hateful content, although no charges were ever brought against me. It had already traveled around the world twice within a nanosecond, and it had a seismic impact on my life and my career. And 6 years later, the jury gave me my life back. I am truly humbled. My decision to pursue this case, knowing very well the height of the legal hurdles that I would be facing and the inevitable worldwide spectacle into my life, was only made after considerable thought. From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth, regardless of the outcome. Speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace knowing I have finally accomplished that.
I mean, I can't look. I know someone who has been defamed and who was had an unfavorable anti-slap decision, and the sentiments expressed in Johnny Depp's Instagram just there are mirrored by this person who's like,
I agree.
The truth. I'm trying to tell the truth. That's all I'm trying to do is tell the story and tell the truth. When you can't speak, when you're not allowed a public voice, I cannot express to you what that does to someone. The amount of hurt that it has. Imagine that if, like, I know that many people don't have big Twitters or whatever, but imagine if that everywhere you went, every platform you went to, when you spoke, no one believed you. No one was allowed to believe you, because if they did, let's say someone's like, yeah, I believe in you, Carl, a mob of people would go after them and say, how dare you? How dare you do this? How dare you do that? Everywhere you go, they would come after your job just for believing someone else. They would come after that person's job. They would try to get them banned from social media. The disenfranchisement and disempowerment of having your speech muzzled is devastating. And to hear that, the sentiments, you can hear it coming through Johnny Depp for his children, right? You have to look at your kids and they say, Dad, everybody says that you beat this lady. I never saw you hit her.
Yep.
I didn't.
Yep.
But everybody says you did. I didn't. Well, we know. I mean, do you? You never know if they actually knew. Just the ability to speak is, for him, it's got to be extremely liberating. Oh, there's another page, Andrea. There's a second page.
Oh, so there is. Okay. I am and have been overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and the colossal support and kindness from around the world. I hope that my quest to have the truth be told will have helped others, men or women, who have found themselves in my situation, and that those supporting them never give up. I also hope that the position will now return to innocent until proven guilty, both within the courts and in the media.
Yes, thank God.
I wish to acknowledge the noble work of the judge, the jurors, the court staff, and the sheriffs who sacrificed their own time to get to this point, and to my diligent and unwavering legal team who did an extraordinary job in helping me to share the truth. The best is yet to come, and a new chapter has finally begun. Veritas nunquam perit. Truth never perishes. Johnny Depp.
Well said. Well said.
Let's I'm putting up a hashtag. Partner for Vasquez.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, she earned it. She earned it.
I said it the other day. I mean it 100%.
Yep.
Johnny Depp's win is in extremely large part to the efforts of Camille Vasquez.
Absolutely.
Her cross-examination of Amber Heard was devastating. Her cross-examination of Dawn Hughes.
Yep, it's a great statement, Lori.
Did she do Dawn Hughes or did she do someone else?
No, that was
great
Wayne
statement.
Dennison who did Dawn Hughes.
The line spread by the mass. It's very hard to find the truth out of everyone saying.
Because Wayne Dennison did most of the experts. There was one expert that she cross-examined, and I mean, it was a massacre. Was it Spiegel? Might have been Spiegel.
Yeah.
I wonder what Dr. Curry is drinking right now.
Okay, Amber's we got Camille and Ben Chu.
Nice.
Coming out here.
Oh, make a statement. Let's hear it.
Victory lap in real time.
Listen to those cheers.
I'm gonna go to the podium.
Like they won the Super Bowl.
I mean, you did.
She's the Tom Brady of defamation.
Approaching the podium, Ben Chu, Camille Vasquez, the rest of
Sully Tom Brady's
changed
name like that
4 times.
But hey, his tie matches his socks. That's awesome.
He's got a giant tent. Pie.
Look at that face. He's so blithely happy.
And today, we announce Camille is our new partner.
Finn is such a good
There's other trials coming up. I'll
Hi,
be doing
everyone.
other lives though.
Today's verdict confirms what we have said from the beginning, that the claims against Johnny Depp are defamatory and unsupported by any evidence. We are grateful, so grateful to the jury for their careful deliberation, to the judge and the court staff who have devoted an enormous amount of time and resources towards this case.
Our judicial system is predicated on each person's right to have his or her case heard, and we were honored, truly honored, to assist Mr. Depp in ensuring that his case was fairly considered throughout the trial. We are also most pleased that the trial has resonated for so many people in the public who value truth and justice. Now that the jury has reached its conclusive
Look at the titles there.
it's time to turn the page and look to the future. Thank you all so much, and thanks to the jury.
Thank you so much. Mr. President, Tony, how is he feeling? How's Tony feeling?
That's it. That's it. Walk off like a boss. Don't answer no questions.
Is Mr. Johnny Depp going to run for office?
What? You know you've done a good job with your legal
Well, there you
team.
have it. Attorneys for
People
Johnny
asking for
Depp
their
not
autographs.
taking any questions right now. They made a brief statement. They have gotten into
I
their
think they've given all their answers.
I don't really care about what else they have to say. I'll wait for the next
Good. I don't care
announcement
either.
or the next team to come out and make their press release. No, good short statement. Our client was defamed. That's it.
I think
That's
the next
it.
one is a little bit more complicated, which is why they're going to take some time on it because they have to tailor in that counterclaim somehow. That just makes it weird.
Yeah. Man, what a day. What a day this is turning out to
Awesome
be.
day.
I'm going to
Awesome
try and
day.
read some more of these super chats. I know some giant ones have
I'm
come
gonna
in
run over
as well.
this real quick, guys.
I'm
Let's switch over
gonna
to
hit them as
Legal
we
Bites
got
and
them.
See what Legal Bites has to say on their end.
It would be no. But there would have to be. All right, if they found defamation, there would have to be something in it. Like they.
I know you can hear them. I'll get a screen share here in a
So
moment.
I assumed when she, like you said, soon she opened it up. She was like, "Oh, this is light." She's like, "Oh," but then she was trying not to let
the cat out the bag, but she's like, this one is compensatory for life. So I'm assuming they just forgot to fill it out. And they came back real quick too.
They came back quick, but with a big number. I mean, I don't know if they just forgot to fill it out. They were instructed to fill it out. Like, that big number was somewhere else on the page.
Or maybe they thought they were going to be asked what it was in court once they've given the verdict.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I know you say it's fast, but I'm not.
I still think
exactly
it's
sure how
bullshit
great
that they
optics
gave her
how
money,
she was handed
but
the envelope. And it doesn't.
you
take
got to
that long to go
compromise to
and-
keep
and-
some
and
Amber
slide
Heard
through.
simp
I
Can we get a
happy.
copy
I'm
of
just
the
thinking-
jury's
You gotta
form
do.
at some point?
Maybe.
Oh, the filled out one. They should
Yeah,
have
we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I guess I was just thinking Amber's could
Straight
be
up,
like
Will.
if it was pure.
When you're
you
that
could just
good,
say, nah.
you get your
We know they didn't
client
want to give her
10
punitive.
million.
Where the hell does 2 million come from? I don't know, Jerry.
You'll have to
I love that
Yeah.
super chat that was just on the screen. How do we do this for a living?
Easily. And with a smile on our face. That's how we do it for a living.
We're smiling. We're smiling
Legal
today.
Bites, why you blocking
Yeah,
the one brother
very
on the
true.
panel? Get rid of the super chat.
Yeah, they're going to have to redact the jury form because it does have the printed and signed name of the foreperson. So,
She used to have like a little muffin icon down there at the bottom so that nobody would get blocked by the super chats. What happened to the muffin?
Well, guys, it's 9 p.m. here. I hate to run, but
No, it's
Later,
fine.
Barrister.
Completely
it's been
understandable.
So much great fun. I would really, really love to do this again.
Thank
I came
you.
back
Grab the
from
muffin
work
man.
today
That's what you're supposed to do.
just eager to
Just
get back in
realize you're
time
not
to join you,
showing
hoping
up
that
one
I'm in
day.
time for the verdict, and here we are. So
Oh, I thought
it's
Nate
been
was in
such
there.
great
That's
fun.
not
I
Nate.
really love to do this again and give an insight
Mike.
on the UK cases and you know, cross the channel for YouTube because I don't do it for me. Or for you.
Yes. Absolutely. Thanks so much
Daniel,
for
what do you-
joining us. And I'm looking forward to more collaborations with you in the future as well.
Likewise. No, thanks for having me once again.
Of course. All righty.
Take care, guys.
see, Dana.
Peace.
See ya.
Out of there.
I guess we could. Sorry, I didn't see that super chat until just now. Asking him what he's going to do for his 4-day weekend.
Oh.
So, all right. Well, that's that. I'll take us back off screen in case there's going to be. I'm watching again to see if there's any more press statements from this time from Amber Heard's lawyers. I would anticipate that they will be making some kind of a statement at some point.
Going with Emily Baker.
Oh, so
they're happy to get out of there at this point.
Oh, that's what Nate is.
No,
Okay, I'm
I
leaving this
expect them
stream,
to make
y'all.
some
Nate's
kind of
on my
statement.
boy Nate's
Phil
on the
H
other
says
stream.
4 and 5 were blank because Judge A messed up the jury instructions.
No, not quite.
Nate, come talk to me, bro.
Those compensatory damages.
Let's get you in there, Nate. Share. Nate, what's up?
Somebody in that jury who was sympathetic to Amber's little speech, and they were like, "You can't give him everything." So you know what? Let's give it us $2 million in compensatory damages.
Yep.
Let's throw that at it, right?
Yeah.
Give it to her.
We'll defray her costs. $2 million's the amount for the Aquaman 2 contract that she still has.
Right.
It's funny. But they didn't even blank her on the Aquaman 3 contract. And
yeah,
I mean that's amazing because they would have been well within the evidence. I don't think it'd be a proper inference from the evidence, but they'd be well.
Hey,
within
Will, thanks
the
for coming,
evidence to
bro.
say $4
Have a great
million
day.
is lost on Aquaman
It's a good day
3.
for Johnny. Thanks for joining me.
And so that's good stuff for them.
You know, it seems like at the end of the day, they essentially gave him his money back for the divorce plus $1 million.
That's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
what they
it.
gave back. They're like, you know what? You get
For
your
the
money back for $1
inconvenience.
million.
That's exactly right.
I'm
Give
getting
you
behind
back
the
your
whip
money
every
from the
night,
divorce and $1 million.
Yeah. It'll almost pay his legal fees. Josephine, but again, when you're Johnny Depp and you have what he has, the resources he has access to, he would have paid happily $10 million to win a dollar verdict.
Oh, yeah, he's got his career
absolutely.
back.
You got everything back.
It's all back.
And she's essentially the Jussie Smollett of sexual abuse allegations now.
Yep.
She is not suicidal.
Well, maybe she is at this point.
Again, the only thing she can say is the jury found that Adam Waldman defamed me and that's attributable to Johnny Depp. I mean, that's it.
That's it.
That he lied about me and my friends hoaxing something. But
yeah, the
I mean,
only lie that they really found was that they called the cops and it didn't work the first time. So then they went back and roughed the place up and spilled a little wine. So he technically didn't accurately recount, I guess, what the jury concluded actually happened. But that's
which was that IO called, right? Like
right.
Yeah,
right.
I'm guessing the jury hung their hat on the fact that nobody there at that apartment called the cops. We heard that IO called the cops. There's no contravailing testimony. So
hashtag money for Johnny. We gotta get that going.
Waldman's
Jeff, you gotta put that on Twitter.
Seems to, in my opinion, contemplate the idea that the people there perpetrated the hoax.
I'm down.
When in actuality it was IO, and there
mine.
wasn't sufficient testimony to implicate or connect the people at the apartment to IO.
Right.
Well, and also that part about she placed a call to her publicist and her lawyer, and that was not able to be elicited for whatever reason. Now, Jody Gottlieb, the publicist, was subpoenaed and didn't show up for her deposition. So there had been pending proceedings in California, contempt proceedings basically to enforce that. But the clock ran out. Amber was successful at running the clock out on that. And, you just have to wonder, had he been able to get that in, probably a different outcome.
Yep.
I just imagine though, when she was sitting there, she had to know because the lawyers, when they went up, the judge had to tell them like, "Hey, look, they forgot to fill out compensatory damages on this one."
Yeah.
So her lawyers had to know when they sat down that she lost, and they probably told her like, "Yo, listen, it ain't working."
Well, that's the question. I'm sure her lawyers knew, but did Amber know?
It ain't happening.
Well,
Is she that
knew to go
self-aware?
snort that capsaicin, that onion powder, whatever she needed to get that tear going, whatever she needed to get that one real tear, right?
You don't think they told her? You don't think they told her like, "Yo, you lost"?
I don't think they're allowed to tell her. I think if they told her, they'd come in with two black eyes.
No, I think they probably said, based on what the judge just said, things don't look great. I think they had to have brace yourself. You know, you're about to be on. Who is this? It's this guy.
There's a basis for that finding.
Your general reaction. I mean, I feel like you got the verdict pretty much right.
Oh, this is a juror.
I didn't see the whole trial, but from what I saw, it sounded like if the jury had to make a decision between him or her, and you have to weigh the facts, it seemed like his side put out a better case than her side.
This is a park bench, dude.
Yeah, this is the man.
Thank you so much. We are going to let you get into the shade because guess what?
He watching it with us.
I don't know.
They
who
always
that guy
do
is.
some random person.
Rando.
Yeah. But yeah,
Right, Right.
no, I think they had to say, look, based on what we don't know the full thing, but based on what we saw, you know, brace yourself. You're going to be on camera.
We'll put this on
We'll
my
figure it out.
Twitter.
We'll take the appropriate next steps. You know, whatever happens. So
You know, the call was made to the publicist, like, yo, get statement B ready. Those statements wait, what is this one, baby?
The new PR team is fired.
David the grab ass Shane. What? Why would you fire him? That's his legal Christian middle name, I heard. Well, to be fair, the is his middle name, and grab ass is actually his confirmation name because he's also Catholic. That's what I heard. Josephine says, thank you for the entertainment. Best moment for me was panel. Oh, wait, I read that one. Duncan, Idaho. How is it legal / acceptable for jury members to be compelled to leave their lives and livelihoods for the duration of a trial for only $30 a day? Am I missing something, or is that really messed up and unreasonable?
That's America.
It is America.
Yes and yes.
If jury duty is a hardship, a demonstrable hardship, there is a hardship exception to jury duty. You can get out if you can demonstrate a financial or medical hardship. Also, you can get out of jury duty really easy by going and saying, I think everybody who's been accused of anything deserves prison and maybe the death chamber.
But I don't know in other states. I know in New York, what they do for jury duty is like the first. I'm not sure.
Yeah, like Andrews. Yeah,
your job has over 100 employees. They still have to pay your salary
court
for like
TV
the first
or
2
law
weeks.
crime.
Yeah, but if it goes longer than 2 weeks, then they pay you
doing
the
the
$30
rando thing.
I was going to elaborate. The jury is actually awarded under Virginia statute 70% of
Let's get
employer
this
pay
hashtag
as
going.
well as a
Money
$30.
for
Now
Johnny.
it comes
We
from
have
the
to say money
employer.
for
So
Johnny
if you're
Depp.
unemployed,
That's
I
gonna be
believe
it.
it's
Money for
$30.
Johnny Depp.
But if you're employed, it's $30 plus 70% of your income that
Wanna make sure we're
your
specific.
employer is mandated to pay you if you're not salaried, but you're hourly or whatever. So it is actually more than $30 for people who are leaving a job. But that's not the case in every state. It's different state to state. And the reality is well, this is your civic responsibility. This is part of being in the system.
Yep.
This is your payment that when you're called, you'll serve. You'll serve jury duty. Mike the Dad Crosby says, just make sure you enunciate the Cosby trial. It's Cosby, not Crosby. Let's see.
Yeah, those are two different names.
Mike the Dad Crosby, dang it, says, unfortunately, I'm not related to Bing either. I am related to David Crosby, but not that David Crosby.
I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder in the background. It's raining here.
Rackets is, I was banned off Twitter for calling Amber Heard a cunt along with irrelevant.
Could be
Truly one of my
Crime.
more lighthearted statements, honestly. I originally thought it was because I said it's beginning to smell like 1776. Look, Amber has had a PR firm a paid PR firm trying to manage negative opinions about her. So it's no surprise to me that if you said a negative statement that could be taken as harassment under the strict reading of the rules, that there would be multiple flags on that thing coming from the PR firm itself.
Right.
Ian Sawyer, didn't Nancy Pelosi's husband just get pulled over for DUI and got out of it already?
Yes, he did.
I don't know about getting out of it already, but definitely got pulled over.
He's going to get out of it.
For DUI.
The
Yes.
Speaker of the House's husband,
DUI.
DUI.
Life sentence for DUI though.
I'm willing to
Get
bet
out
you
of
he
this
had a
thing.
woman 3
Yeah,
times
yeah,
younger than him in the
unless he
car
killed
too.
somebody, which I don't think happened.
But we're not going to hear about
Yeah,
that.
you're getting out the next day.
Keeping that on the down low.
If it's at night, yeah. If it's during business hours, you get a DUI at
same
9 in the
day.
morning, you're going to get out the same day and go home. I mean, you'll be charged, but you're not going to stay in jail. Devout Blade, who is taller, Ethan Ralph or Attorney Tom? Well, we might have to take that one to jury trial. I know who's wider for sure. Greg Main, catching up. I want to say I've been following all along and love the content. Please give my love to Legal Vices,
Nice one,
Andrew,
Chloe.
and Uncivil Law. Don't know why they get hate in chat. I appreciate the unbiased and
Johnny,
coverage.
go ahead and mega pint. You're in
Unmitigated
England.
jealousy.
Get you a mega pint,
If
bro.
you know, you know, and if you don't know, you don't know. I mean, that's how that goes.
Have one on me.
Josh, if you can't give consent while intoxicated, then I can't be responsible for my actions when I drive home from the bar, right? The booze had a hold of me. DUI guy will back me up on this. Systems curmudgeon. Verdict prediction: in a surprise turn of events, the divorce will be annulled. KF Joy says no nice smiley pic on the wall, Bronca. Getting handsy says thanks for all your coverage. Been following you since the Vic stuff and plan to continue. You inspired me to restart my YouTube channel. So if you like tabletop games, crafts, and soon 3D printing, check out Getting Handsy.
Oh, nice. Good luck.
Incidentally, that's my OnlyFans. Sarcasm and Glory. Thank you for your jokes and words of encouragement during this collective existential pain and suffering. I might as well go to law school. Been dragged in and out of family court with the likes of Amber Heard. I became an expert in personality disorders. I have met men who have gone to law school for exactly that reason. So good luck to you, sir.
Oh, wow.
Greg Smith Windsor says, as a priest, I've often wondered about whether I would be rejected from a juror. What is the general view of lawyer on clergy sitting on a jury?
Lawyers don't happen.
Yeah, lawyers don't happen. Clergy, I think it's gonna depend on the case. Like if you're a defense attorney, you probably want a clergy on the jury.
I was going to say it depends. It depends on
the religion.
It depends on what religion. Yes, if we're talking about a religion that believes in redemption, then I am all for that. I am all for that holy person.
Yeah, I've been picked for a jury.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you clergy, Andrew?
No, not yet.
Okay.
He is. Let's see. Oh, sorry. My dad just sent me a weird message. It's okay. Hi, Dad. How's it going? Can't wait to see you guys next month. Yeah, the question is back at you, Greg Smith Windsor. As a priest, do you approve of my papal mitre that I was wearing? That
was a cool papal mitre you had going on.
Cynthia
I have to give you that.
Sent a big chat and says, for Andrea alone, Nick, pay it back to her, bigot. No refund, Cynthia. Stormy says, Pope hat for verdict binger. Kroisk, what appears to be a mega bint. I don't know. John Bass, Amber will only shed a real tear if she wins. Fake is if she loses. She kept it fairly stoic.
There were no tears because she can't.
Yeah.
Even the self-pity wasn't enough to draw it out of her.
Yeah. Sword and Scale. Well, I think she doesn't have real emotions. Like, frankly, and that's not a criticism. Some people just don't emote. They mimic life of other people. It's almost like there was testimony about this. Sword and Scale. Hey, what's up, Mike? Says, in my opinion, Bronca said Amber Heard intended to walk in with two black guys, not two black eyes.
Whatever her preferences.
Two
Who has
black
a better
guys.
reaction, Amber or Whitney? Does Whitney
I don't
start
think so.
cheering
I've
when
seen some
Johnny
texts
wins?
from her today.
Poor Whitney, her whole meal
She
ticket
does
just
not appear to
vaporized.
be down.
Whitney stands up and says, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last.
So Whitney's expression
did
can't
not
actually
make
get
it
any
into
more
evidence.
sour than just its resting state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darius Harvey says, YouTube is hiding your channel. I had to manually find you. Welcome to my life.
I mean,
For the
until
past
this
several
morning, Whitney had a sister who was making millions of dollars in a movie as an actress. That's over.
Cosmic Zombie, Amber Heard's sister is wearing a sweater to cover up the bruises.
Oh.
Terrible.
I want to
It's
see the
terrible 'cause
Aquaman 2 press release.
The problem, yeah, that's a
Still in that movie.
The Aquaman 2
We don't.
press release.
It's actually we're not sure if she's in it at all anymore. There's rumors that her part has been completely removed.
Yep.
Well,
If they haven't done it yet, now would be the time to just go in, do another run with the scissors, and put that into the post credit scene.
Well, considering Aquaman 2 is a buddy cop story that has nothing to do with the love interest story, as we've heard in testimony, it would make perfect sense and be a perfectly acceptable and excusable way to cut her out of the film entirely.
Yeah.
And then just shockingly never return her calls on Aquaman 3. Desmond Benton. Oh, because as we learned, despite the fact that her agent testified she had an enforceable contract for Aquaman 3, Warner Brothers seems to be of the opinion, and so does Richard Marks, that it is an executable option contract, which
Correct.
is an extremely different case than an enforceable contract. And
Right.
An option contract means that the studio, not Amber Heard, has an option to hire her at a pre-negotiated rate. Not that Amber Heard can demand to be on a movie production and be paid for it. So that was fun to find out. And you in a perfect world with infinite time, you would want
those who understand an option contract is different than an actual contract.
About
where
the nature of the contract.
The studio has the option as to whether or not to pick her up for a third
Desmond
film.
Benton.
If they don't exercise,
I mean, maybe
the
she's
option,
just.
they
We
don't
can't
offer
prove that she
anything.
lied. Maybe she's just a really
Smart way to
awful
do her
agent.
contract.
Yeah, that's probably
Rather
true.
than locking her
Although
into
if
a
you
multi-contract
unsupported by
deal,
the evidence.
they had a multi-con. They had a
Well, I don't know. I
multi-option
think her agent was pretty good.
Smart.
She got Amber Heard into major roles.
Yeah, that's true. If you can cast Amber Heard, you can probably cast a Cinderblock.
That should be her resume. Hey, I got Amber Heard into a DC movie. Into 3 of them.
Did you hear me? I said Amber
Why?
Heard.
Why Johnny Depp got her in the movie.
Right. Johnny
Desmond
Depp got her
Benton.
that
Look,
role.
sometimes you
Or-
go with the half truth.
She
Desmond
got
Benton.
herself the
This
role,
has been
but
the best
Johnny Depp
miniseries
made sure
ever.
the studio
Blows
stuck
anything
with her.
Netflix has produced out of the water. Thank you. Slipknot Draken. Why does Amber's sister look like Emma Watson during menopause?
Oh man, critical hit. Critical hit.
Oh my gosh. Adam Trapp, if Johnny wins, he should buy shares in Maker's Mark. EB, question for the panel. Was the turd left by direct deposit? Impossible methods, squatting, birthing position, L-sit, did IO help, etc., or transference from random Joe stream? But clearly the most important question to be asked all trial, the people must know. I think it had to be a squat. I'm not sure the physics of it, but that's what I think.
I wish the jury had given her
That's all
$1
I'm
million.
thinking
I think I'd give
Earl
anything
of Grey.
for
Hey, gang, any interest in Matt
$500,000,
Walsh or the Daily
something
Wire's
along those lines.
documentary, What is a Woman? It's being released.
But I think they
tonight.
just went with, well, she was paid $2 million like Nick
Oh,
said
Nate.
for Aquaman.
See you, Nate.
We'll give her $2
What's
million.
up? Dirt Bike.
But we're gonna give him
Amber's sister looks like my
15
female
million.
cousins on my dad's side of the family. One word, meth. Austin Muse just started a channel as you inspired me to be one of the lone voices of good content on YouTube. Channel is Tarot and I Ching Studies. Thanks for the no filter life. Good luck. Good luck. Work at it. Make it a hobby first. And if it works out, make it something more. Max 15, win, lose, or draw. Thanks for the great coverage. Turns out it was all around a win. This guy, Poetic Justice, Depp wins, collects, and announces all proceeds will be donated immediately to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles with rep to accept big check in the wings. Well, I mean, Johnny Depp still has to collect $8,350,000 from someone
Right.
who presumably doesn't have a ton of it.
He doesn't actually need to collect it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think
But, I've said before and I'll say again, I would love to see him go Ron Goldman on her sorry ass.
Oh, yeah. Get out her shit.
Oh,
Yeah. Go get your money, Johnny. Make her pay you.
I'd just be.
Tell her to
I'd be
go
going
unzip
after every
Elon's
dollar.
pants and get that $8
I'd
million.
release every video deposition
You
on
deserve every
post-judgment
penny
discovery
you
to the
get.
public. Just all of them. Every time you go in, you're like, oh, what'd you make on this film? $35,000 is very impressive. Kroisk. Oh, Runkle is on in Dan Haggerty voice. What are you, a goddamn Nazi or something? Is that elf yours? I don't know who Dan Haggerty is. So
Grizzly Adams.
Okay. Alista Lebo. Depp not being there is a true testament to him wanting to avoid being around his abuser. On another note, looking forward to watching more commentary from you. First time watcher. It's been a pleasure. So knowledgeable. Oh, hey, thank you, Alyssa. Don't come to the night shows. Come to the night shows. Just kidding. Come to the night shows. Nicolette. We'll see if you stay around. Nicolette Akiko. Let's go, Johnny Depp. Huge thanks to Nick and friends for the super breaded coverage these past weeks. Past 6 weeks, bittersweet about this is coming to an end. Mo says Law and Cuck says 2 million concurrent. What? I think they broke 3 million. One of the biggest streams probably ever on YouTube. Hats off to them for buying their way to doing that. That was very impressive. It showed a documented business acumen that I can appreciate.
I agree.
Timothy Reaper, 100,000. That's a lot of people to imagine in their underwear. I don't imagine any of you people in your underwear. Are you kidding me? Check out a mirror. Oh my God. Drake Thatcher. So we all agree Amber will probably never work Hollywood again. Uh-oh. Here she is. Here she is.
Will she?
Oh. Getting straight into a truck.
There was actual malice behind it,
Quick,
and
Depp,
$15
he's that truck.
million in damages. As for her counter,
That's your truck now.
Truck's our new safe word. It's not going to be couch anymore. It's going to be
trucks.
Hey, welcome to the show. PJ Media's Megan Fox. How are you doing?
I'm great. Today's a great day for justice, Nick. Thanks for having me.
What a great day for justice.
Yeah, happy.
I'll drink to that.
I agree.
Yes. I need it. I don't have my mega pint. Damn it.
I need to go get me a mega pint, man. No, for real.
Toss a long
I
way
wish I
away
had.
still.
Yes.
I think I got like a pint
We've got
glass downstairs. I
probably a year
I wish
and
I
a
had
half until
something
that
in
thing would
but I don't
potentially
have,
see the
I'm
inside
not
of the
much of a
courtroom.
beer drinker.
Could be significantly
and
longer.
I'm
So,
out of wine.
depending on if it makes it to trial, even
the next live
possibly.
stream,
Is that thing brought in California?
I will
Yeah, it's in California
have a
State Court.
pint with me if I can
So they're going to have an
remember.
anti-slap.
Have a
Yeah,
pint
and
with me.
that's
There's
going to be a
two
tough
anti-slaps already filed, and they're not even scheduled to
and
be
I'll
litigated
toast
until
to
the end of
Johnny,
the year.
even
So
if we're talking about
this case is
something
a
else.
long slog.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit. But yeah, if it gets to trial,
I'll have a mega
depending
pint.
on what's going on with it,
Ready to
happy to cover it. We'll see. Drake Thatcher. So we all agree Amber will probably never work Hollywood again. But do you think she'll get an offer to audition for scat porn? Did I read that one? I think so.
I did now.
And then, so Megan, what's your take? I mean, you said great day for justice, but overall take.
Well, I believed that they were going to come down all 3 counts against Amber in Johnny's case. However, I was very shocked at that split decision with the one statement by Adam Waldman. I've gone over it over and over in my head. And for one, I don't think that Amber proved that Waldman was acting as the agent. For one, I don't think that was proven. I think
I
he has
will be
First
having
Amendment
a
rights to say
mega
what he
pint
says.
of wine.
And if you
And in
answered
Johnny's
yes to all
honor,
those
it will be
questions
red
for that
wine.
one statement Waldman
Probably a
made,
cab.
I'm still stuck at
Probably.
malice because he took a binder of all that evidence he had to the police. So that says to me, and any reasonable person, he believed it to be true. He asked for an
Correct.
investigation. If he believes the information to be true, then he didn't act with malice. And I think the jury got it wrong there.
The jury definitely got
I'm
it wrong
not
on Amber's
complaining,
side.
although I'm kind of complaining. Jury, what the hell, man?
I don't think it was a reasoned decision. I think it was a compromised decision. I think they had a holdout, and the only way they got the holdout to agree to settle things once and for all was to give him a token claim that would not, in effect, net-wise hurt Johnny, but to give him something. So they gave him the $2 million claim. It's not reasoned, as you point out.
It's important that they chose the one that was so detailed. You know, the ones where he just calls it a hoax, those are fine. Those are not defamatory. Amber Heard is a hoaxer. But where he tried to spell out the details of the hoax and then wasn't able to back that up at trial, that's what I think they were able to seize on.
They picked the one that was easiest to pick.
Yeah, do you guys agree? Do you guys agree that it was this right here, this part straight under, guy got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and a publicist? That right there.
That's the way they do it. That's the way they do it in the UK,
that's
baby.
certainly my position on it. I
Slam that
mentioned
pint
just a
on
few
the
minutes
mega
ago
pint on the
that
table.
Jody Gottlieb, the publicist,
Get
had
things
been
shaking.
subpoenaed and
Absolutely.
resisted her
I got you.
deposition.
I got
So
you,
that
Chloe.
was lost in discovery litigation in California, basically Amber was able to run out the clock before they were able to compel that deposition to take place. So you have to wonder if it would have been a different outcome had that gamesmanship not played such a significant role.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, maybe that's where they hung it. For me, I think the phone call, because again, they had testimony that Io was the one who made the phone call. It doesn't appear to be the people in the thing, and you know, Josh Drew's testimony was like, "Well, we didn't make the phone call."
You know, it's funny,
maybe
the guy
that's
who
where they
said
hung their
law
hat. I don't
self-defense,
know.
I think his name's Andrew.
I do want to say some interesting tweets out
He
there.
said they had a
For
holdout
example,
for Amber.
Morgan
When
Tremaine,
I sent him a tweet
his
saying,
first tweet,
I sent him a
immediately
message
broke out in
saying,
tears. That's
I
all he
believe
said.
that there was one
And then he followed
holdout,
it up
and that's why Amber was
with,
smirking
I
near the
don't
end
know
of the
what part I
trial,
really played in
because she
any of
figured it
this,
would
but I
come back
told
with
my
a hung
truth, and I
jury.
feel a weight off
He
of
said,
me
nah,
with
I don't
this
think
case
that's
coming
true.
to an end.
Now he sees.
Oh, he played a huge part. Is he
Thank
kidding?
you for
That
acknowledging
TMZ
that I
testimony was
probably right.
absolutely stunning. Stunning testimony. It proved beyond a shadow of a doubt to me that video couldn't have come from anybody but the copyright holder, and
Of
TMZ
course.
would never have gone
She was
forward
just a
without
lying
permission,
liar
or
who
they would
lied.
be sued into infinity, and they would lose for a copyright infringement. And so I wish they had followed up with Amber. Why didn't you sue TMZ?
Right.
Yeah, well, she could just say, "Well, I didn't know I could," or something stupid. But
But no, Amica cream.
I mean, the Morgan Tremaine nailed it. I mean, his testimony was absolutely destroyed her credibility.
Yep.
I don't think anybody listening to that and how it was
Hey, guys,
presented
we'll run and
come away
grab
with the
something
conclusion that it
real
wasn't
quick.
Amber Heard.
I'm still
that
going
put
to
it
be
out
on,
there.
but I'm having
or
my
someone
phone- I
directly
have my picture off
associated
screen
with her.
and
That
mic
was
muted,
the
but I'll be back.
obvious inference from it. And
Listen
I
to
think
these
they did-
experts.
I mean, those
they did really
photos
well.
outside the restraining order. It's like if they had panned the camera back, you would have seen the lights with the umbrellas and somebody holding up a reflective panel. You know, everything just perfect. I mean, it was so clearly orchestrated, as orchestrated as the cocaine lines.
It was a weird trial for sure.
Who lays out 4 lines of cocaine and then walks away from the table? I mean,
Nobody that owns a dog.
Yeah, right? It's just a bizarre thing. That whole all those pictures were so bizarre. God, I'm so happy for him though. Did you guys see his Instagram post? Did you read that?
Yes, we did read
Did
that.
you read hers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think that she's doubling down on defamatory statements? She did it again. She again said she's a victim of domestic violence. Did you see that? Can she be held accountable for that? They sue her again? I mean, probably not.
I mean,
'cause
but
it's
no
Instagram.
damages.
Yeah.
No damages. I mean, he would have to prove that this new statement caused him further harm than what's already done. So
Right. But again, can you believe she's doubling down on this? Is the question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You do? Everyone believes
Yeah.
this.
That's
Okay.
what people like that too.
I don't
Expect
believe.
nothing less.
Yeah, I don't believe a sane person would, but her, yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible to me.
And throughout the whole trial, everybody was a liar except for Amber Heard. That hasn't changed in her head. Everybody's still a liar. The jury was just mistaken. Her lawyers didn't do a good enough job, or Johnny's lawyers misled the jury, or whatever.
Yeah. When you run into somebody who's got this big long list of like all of their ex-friends have betrayed them, everyone around them is a liar and so forth, run. Like just run for the hills, because that's somebody going and waving a giant red flag at you. So, yeah.
That's we call it tapestries. She's weaving red tapestries. They're so large you could not possibly miss them.
No, there. There is a report that I'd like to address. I addressed this the other day in a hypothetical, but we have a more concrete understanding now. There's a report from Popcorn Planet. Big shout out to Andy Signor, by the way. Nice guy. Had him on my show, and we're friendly. So and great to see his channel blowing up, by the way, during this. So I know a lot of you have probably enjoyed some of his coverage. There was a report that Amber Heard's homeowners insurance was paying her legal fees. And let me just suggest to you that homeowners insurance don't pay legal fees for intentional torts. And when you have an actual malice ruling, they don't tend to stick by it. What was likely happening is Amber was paying legal fees, and the homeowners insurance policy, she would have a claim to recoup those legal fees in the event of a victory or a finding of negligence rather than malice, or rather than willfulness or something like that. So I would humbly suggest that Amber's homeowners insurance has not actually paid the legal fees for Amber Heard, but would potentially be doing so. And if they did, they've got a recovery action against her. But I can't imagine that they paid them in advance. I know that's kind of it's something I've heard about before. You can recover for torts of negligence on your homeowner's insurance policy. That is a real thing that can happen. Defamation is included, but when you have an actual malice standard, or when there's a finding of actual malice, when it's not required, when negligence is a standard, but they find malice for like exemplary or punitive damages, that can negate any payment that they would be potentially making.
The thing that I find a little bit curious about this argument, and I'm certainly not saying it isn't possible, it's very possible, but at least in my experience, when insurance is tendering defense in a case, because there is the potential for coverage on it, or there's a duty to defend, they provide the lawyer. It's typically not a situation where you get to go choose your own lawyer and then get paid for that. Right. The insurance company wants to have a certain amount of control over what is the work that the attorney does, the time they spend on it, and so forth.
Right.
So we've seen Amber Heard repeatedly select lawyers throughout this action, and then replace them as the case didn't go as she wanted it to go. So that to me undermines that theory somewhat. Again,
and we would have heard about it. We would have heard
possible,
about Amber Heard not having to worry about paying any judgment, that the insurance would have paid the judgment.
Yeah.
And we've not heard a word about that.
Well, and we would expect to hear her complaining about how unfair it is that she doesn't even get to pick her own lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to be a victim somehow. So
I mean, Elaine would not have been on this case.
And one of the reasons they do that, by the way, is because here's how insurance companies negotiate with attorneys on the legal fees that they will pay. Hi, we're calling. You're on our list of attorneys who work with us, and we are paying this rate for this case. Do you accept? No, I'll take click. And then it's called the next guy on the list because they have several people who are qualified to do the thing. And they just go down the list and grab the first one who will take the rate that they charge. So, that's how that works. They're an insurance company. They operate by actuarial numbers on literally everything. And if there was an insurance company attorney on this case, there would have been heavy pressure for settlement. Heavy pressure for settlement on this one.
Well,
And
ladies, gentlemen, Nick, it's time to go. It's 5:33 a.m. here, and my alarm is going to go off in 1 hour and 15 minutes, so I can go to work. So from Korea,
Nice to take care, man.
See you later, buddy.
Fun hanging out with you.
Look forward to talking about things other than this in a week or so.
Absolutely, man. Get some sleep.
I will. Take care. Thanks again.
The other thing is that sometimes insurance policies have mandatory settlement clauses, which basically say something along the lines of, if you get an offer that we consider reasonable, you don't have to settle it unless you want us to continue paying. And, so I can't imagine that they wouldn't have said, hey, listen, we think you should settle this. And if there's an offer on the table, we're out unless you take it, if they have one of those clauses.
Yeah. And there's all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of stuff that is possible on this. We just don't know the details of this, but we don't see any of the hallmarks about it. There's no indication that this is the case, other than the possibility that homeowners insurance can cover these things. But the real question is, did Amber Did Amber own a home, and was she covered by a homeowner's policy at the time of the defamatory statements in 2018? Was she renting? Was she living with family? I literally don't know her living situation. I know she just bought a home in the desert, just last month or this month or something. But I don't know what her status was before that. Someone in the chat asked if Adam Waldman's going to be okay, if his career is fine. Yeah, Adam Waldman's going to be just fine.
He's going to be okay.
He's going to have tons of new clients. He sounds exactly like the kind of guy you want to hire.
Yeah, I mean, reviewing Adam Waldman's conduct in this case, what would be the problem? he managed Johnny's PR from the gutter and brought it to where it is now. The only thing he didn't do was litigate this case. So
I found him going to the cops on behalf of his client to say, my client has had this crime committed against him. That's something that no lawyer has ever done for me. I'll tell you that much. I've never had a lawyer put a binder together for me and go to the cops.
A minor caveat and counterpoint to that. That could actually be the basis of the fine, not in this case, but that could be the basis of finding a defamatory sort of notion. The idea that the person making the claim makes the police report and then uses the police report as justification for the claim gets rid of any privilege that you would have in filing a police report, generally speaking. Because if you go to the cops and report a crime, since it's presumably true, since lying to the cops is a criminal act, in that context, it's given privilege. So you can't defame someone by reporting something to the police unless you take that police report or the evidence that you did report it and then run with that as a bolstering of your defamatory claim. Then you eliminate that privilege. So that was actually potentially really risky for Waldman to do.
I hadn't thought about that. That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the case here.
I don't think so either.
I think he truly believed everything he was saying to the police he believed happened. I think he believed it. And I think there's pretty good evidence to show it. But they didn't go into that in the trial. They really didn't try hard to establish that the friends, the succubus freeloading friends, actually did conspire. And I wish they had, because I think they could have proven it.
Well, and to be clear, that wasn't part of the defamatory claim that they won, that Amber prevailed on. Had nothing to do with that report to the police. I'm just saying, in other contexts, it can be a really risky proposition. Vox Darkstar says Lex Volt. Corpus Delecti, congrats, Nick, on both 100,000 concurrent live viewers and 100 million total channel views. Pretty good work for someone so late and so gay. Hey, it's Pride Month, and I will not have your homophobia. Also, if you could take a few drinks for me to wish me luck, my spinal surgery is on Monday.
Good luck.
I will be taking a sip of this very expensive bottle of Michter's that was given to me by a good man. So thank you for that. I've been saving what's left of this thing for special occasions. I think this merits one.
Just an FYI, there's a storm rolling through here. So if I go dark, that's what happened. I just heard some massive thunder.
I figured it was, I thought it was David Grab-Ass Shane coming for you. I thought that's what it was.
That's also a possibility. But if he uses that attorney that he used to write the letter that they sent to me, I'm not that worried. One of these nights on the night stream, we need to go over that letter.
Oh yeah, we're going over it.
Because I got to write about it, so the gloves are off and we can read it. It's fine.
Salty Berserker Ricada says, first time in months I could do a super chat. Love all your work. Keep it up, Andrew. Welcome back to the States, Bronca. Killing it, Legal Vices. Welcome to the hell of LawTube. And Andrea, you're amazing as always. Czar says, is this what Kurt was talking about on the error of going to 4-5? No, I don't. One, I'm not entirely sure what you're saying, but two, no, I don't think so. My understanding of what Kurt was talking about was in statement number 3. There was an and or confusion, and that didn't end up manifesting as an issue.
I'll claim a win on this in the debate between whether the jury was going to do a technical analysis of all the of parsing of the jury instructions or just decide that Amber Heard's an effing liar. I think they went the latter route.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, That's why yesterday and today I was calling the clean sweep, because I thought that was I don't think you get one statement out of Amber Heard that is defamatory and not the others. I mean, I just don't get that. I don't get there. Again, I think this is about who do I believe, and yeah, I think a compromise on a holdout juror or two makes sense on the counterclaims.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Really.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that, because I honestly, yeah.
That's why Nick has me here.
Yeah, really. No, thank you, because I'm like racking my brain. Like, how on earth do you come to that conclusion on one of the statements, but not the others? And then also, you award him all three. Yeah, no.
The quartering. What's up, Jeremy? Again says, I am guessing Depp won. We're almost to the actual verdict itself. Enjoy a cup of coffee brand coffee or booze, Pope and friends. Thank you. Quartering. I'm gonna order some of your coffee brand coffee and we'll try it out. I'll put it through the Lady Rackets test. We'll see how it is. And I'll give you honest feedback, and we may never be friends again. LB, thank you for the donation. The Chief's Way says, if you like simple solar systems and other important things for the coming apocalypse, visit The Chief's Way on YouTube. Well, that's heartening. Principled Potato, the jury learned from Nick, always be late and unprepared, very unbreaded. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. Raider fan Keith, Dr. Hughes must be on the jury. Told them they can leave important stuff blank. Leifon, the blue balls, feeling it in Australia here, so feel your pain, legal vices. Let's see. Julie Wilson, verdict tease. Let's go. Love all you guys. We'll miss these group daily shenanigans. Me too. Me too. You get used to having certain people around and talking to them every day, and then suddenly you don't. That's an actual attorney thing. Because you work with these clients for sometimes years, and then suddenly you don't work with them, like they're done. And it's like, oh, well, I used to call this person every day. Matthew Perkins, apparently they have math Asians, not reading Asians in the jury. Come on.
I didn't get to see you guys' reaction when the jury screwed up the verdict sheet. And I really wish I had, because I was on my own live stream and we were dying. We were screaming.
We were just.
Yeah, we were dying.
But as soon as they went up to the bench, you knew that there was going to be something.
I mean, I just couldn't believe that the bailiff or the clerk or whoever collected the documents didn't like give him a quick once over before bringing everybody back in the court.
The judge looked at him first. I mean, I think that's pretty standard. He brought them in the sealed envelope. The judge looks at it first, and so nobody knew until they're in open court.
I think it was Amber's. I think it was Amber's.
Okay, so you think it was Amber's on the? So you think they were going to award her nothing, or they forgot to put it in?
I think they were just awarding her a win.
But I mean, why didn't they fill out the money part?
Sorry, I was saying.
Did they plan to give her any, or did they just get flustered when the judge said, "Oh crap, you didn't fill this out right"? And now they're just like, "Well, we'll just give her $2 million." Maybe they meant $2, and they gave her $2 million.
That'd be funny.
On accident.
I would wonder if
Spation trophy for her.
I think maybe they did. And then they went back and they're like, "Oh, we got to award her money." I don't know. What do you do? $2 million? Anything?
Because it's just like plain money at this point. It's just monopoly money. It's just whatever.
Yeah, it's just and thinking about it this way, it's like, well, I mean, we gave Johnny a lot. Maybe just take some off. I don't know, but I think that it would, because like I don't know how you award. Maybe they didn't award either party any money. That's a possibility too, right? But
I don't know. They came back pretty quick.
Yeah,
I don't think they ran those numbers that quick.
No way.
Yeah, that's
No
my
way.
problem with them blanking Johnny Depp is that they then went back in the jury room and in 15 minutes decided 10 million and 5 million.
Not even. It was like 7 minutes. It wasn't even 15 minutes.
It
So
felt like an hour. It felt like an hour.
it
to
did
me.
feel like an hour. It
Yeah.
did. No, I
Dave-
would like to know what happened. I hope we hear from the jurors. I hope we hear from them on what happened there.
Hey, if any jurors are out there and you're watching this coverage, you want to hit me up on my email.
Yeah.
I'll interview you. I can keep you anonymous if you want, or I can blast your name. whatever you want to do. David Sheehan says, did Dr. Dawn fill out the paperwork? The verdict paperwork. Yes. Oh, and by
That's it. They learned
any
from her.
jurors, I'll promote your OnlyFans or whatever you want to do. Sexy Depp juror number 3. That's Julie Braz says, I've been watching you. I've been watching you since Rittenhouse. Got my husband hooked, and we haven't missed one unbreaded since.
Wow.
Well, that's dedication.
Night
Thank
owls.
Thank you for all of your knowledge, and better yet, the many hours of entertainment. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Kathy Zapp, they thought it was automatically the amount requested, 50 million, maybe, but they didn't award that.
Yeah.
And they came to the number pretty quickly. So I think they may have just said, no, we think Amber, we want to recognize that this guy lied about Amber Heard. And then they had to go back into a jury room. And then the person's like, see, I told you we had to give her money.
Yeah, but they could have just then said $2. She said it has to be some amount as low as $1. It could be $1. The judge even said that. So it's like they
They could
had
have
that
said
opportunity. I still think
500,000.
that they meant to say $2 and they accidentally wrote 2M.
I agree with you.
If there was
I
a
agree with you.
holdout,
I
if
think it's
that
supposed to be
is the
$2.
explanation for how she even got the verdict in the first place, then it's just another compromise.
It would have been
whoever
better
is
if they had
sympathetic to
just
Amber
written
Heard isn't going to sign on to
$1, like the judge
Everybody
said.
else wants to go
$1.
home, so they just found the number that was going to make that possible.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
almost exactly what I was going to say. It's like, haha, suckers, we're back in this jury room. You want me to carry this on to tomorrow, or are we talking numbers, baby?
We could be here July 4th. It's up to you.
I got nervous that they had not talked about money at all and that we were literally coming back tomorrow. I really was that. I'm like, what if they just
that would have been
skipped
a
that part? Right?
Oh, did
Yeah.
you guys go to the Waldman statement?
I've not seen,
I've not seen it.
Oh,
no.
where is it? You got it, Runkle? I can pull it up, or you can just read it.
He sent it to me. It's just a quote. He posted a picture on Instagram.
The damages that he got the
It's
$5
just a
million
Martin Luther
and,
King quote.
that
He's
punitive
posted
damages
just now.
or
Injustice
whatever he
anywhere
was
is a
awarded
threat
the
to
$5
justice
million
everywhere.
for.
We are caught in an
It's just that he
inescapable
can't get the
network of
$5 million
mutuality tied in a
because
single garment of
Virginia
destiny.
law caps
Whatever
it
affects
at
one directly affects all
350,000.
indirectly. Martin Luther King Jr.
But that he can actually, his people can actually say in
It's
the
a good
press
quote.
that the
It's a very good quote,
awarded
and
him
especially
15
something
million.
like this, where
Virginia law.
So the
Again,
Waldman
gonna give
statements
him,
had to be with malice too,
8
right?
million.
Yes,
that was an
Uh,
element.
One.
So they
just
found
one.
malice,
You know,
but
10 million
zero
minus
punitive.
average too.
Yeah, it doesn't make
8,350,000.
sense.
But the
No,
jury
it's
actually
Make it make
awarded him 10.
sense.
it has all the hallmarks of a compromise. I mean,
It does.
yeah, he made it with malice. It's like they're under the analysis that he was acting with knowledge of falsity. How would he know that that the phone call wasn't made or whatever, or that the phone call wasn't made there in the apartment, which is kind of where I'm hanging my hat,
Right.
or that the idea that the publicist or wasn't involved. Amber Heard admitted that the attorney was involved, right? Like that came out on the stand, that the attorney was involved in those discussions.
Yes.
After
Yep.
that
She said
incident.
that.
So
Yeah.
And I thought she said that she talked to her publicist too. So
Yeah.
the conversations happened. I mean, I just do not believe that Waldman made those statements knowing they were false. I believe he believes, as I do, that they are true.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe his statements are,
I agree with that
true,
too.
and I
I-
think they made. And I think
It
Andrew's
was a
right though.
stretch
I
for her to
didn't know
get
that
any
about
money,
the
and I
publicist
definitely shouldn't have
avoiding
awarded her $2
deposition.
million. It should
So
have been
that's
like
very interesting
$1
information.
million
New
if they wanted
information
to
to me. I
just
didn't know.
something
So that
in the
makes a
million range.
difference.
Just make it a cool million and call it
Big
good.
Pod, time to do some grifting on my part. If you want to learn about tech, Linux, and
Cool million, call
containers,
it good.
and sometimes rockets, need those subscribers and watch time. That's Big Pod, BIGPOD, all one word, on YouTube. Give it a check. Odin Customs, love the coverage. It's always on in my shop. If any of you are into sharp objects, check me out on any social and website. Odin Custom Knives. What? You make custom knives? I will talk to you. Keep up the awesome work. Can't wait for the next trial. Actually, it says trail. So get hiking. Karen took the kids, says Dawn Hughes is coming to the stand to explain why the jury left all the boxes blank. Might I suggest your nosiness for Pope Nick? Thanks to you and the panel for all the days of entertainment. God bless. Hey, thank you. Jamie says, OMG, that hat. LMFAORO TFPIMP found you during Rittenhouse. Thank you for the common sense approach. Preach or something.
I took a screenshot of you in that hat and I put it up on my live stream today. It was really, really funny. And everyone loved it. I was so thrilled when my chat told me, hey, by the way, Ricada has he's got the Pope hat on. I was like, oh, well, shit, I have to go over there and find it now.
I've been waiting to get that thing out for like 2 years. My kids lost it for like a year. And I've been waiting because I used to make fun of Pope Hat when he was a little more relevant. And I still would. I just never see him anymore because I think he blocked me.
He sent me hate mail once and he blocked me. He said if I ever contacted him again, and this is really funny because I sent him an email, a nice email asking a legal question about something. He responded to me and said, if you ever contact me again, I will sue you.
Oh, did you reply?
I should have, but I didn't. I was like, wow, this guy's unhinged. I can't with him. So I don't know what his deal was. So grumpy.
I used to be a Ken White fan. I was legitimately, I thought his
I was too. That's why I contacted him. I was being friendly.
He turned into a turbo idiot. So that's, that's what happens to some people. I can't
Trump
wait for
broke
the
a
day.
lot of people.
Yeah. Legitimately.
Maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. He knew what I did and didn't want to talk to me because of that. I don't know, but it was weird.
And that's the problem. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, you have to acknowledge that Trump broke a lot of people, both sides of the aisle.
Yeah.
Some people went super pro-Trump to where that was all they would ever talk about and do. And some people went so anti-Trump, that's all how they framed every single issue for the rest of time. And it's like, man, I mean, this guy was such a lightning rod. I almost feel like no matter what you wanted from him or thought about his presence as president, I think it was maybe needed in the country because of that.
I can't even say his name on my stream.
A lot of people ended up like a car with front end damage. It wasn't an accident, and they fixed it up so it looks okay. But you go to drive it and it pulls wildly to one side of the road or the other. So they look like they always looked, but when you actually engage with them, they're broken.
They're like, I don't get it. I smeared Amica all over the suspension.
Brian Alleman, we know they have a verdict, but can they hang on the damages amount? They can. No, I mean, they would have to reach a damages amount unanimously. Decaf Geek, if the award is $1 to Depp, think Amber is stubborn, stupid enough to double down and appeal for the sake of the narrative. I think she's stupid enough to do it anyway. I think it's probable we see an appeal. I mean, will she? I don't know.
God, I hope not. Let it go, Amber.
She's got to find the time to find lawyers who will take pledges.
What does she have more of now than time?
That's right.
But she certainly doesn't have
nothing but time.
She doesn't have money though to pay those appeal lawyers.
If
I were the lawyer, I'd be like, give me the money up front.
And what gets interesting is they start to get into the great bankruptcy race, right? Because that's one of the things that we've been anticipating with this judgment, the possibility that it may be exempt from discharge. And so
Well, it
Johnny
should be.
is presumably going to be able to collect this. Now she can get a bond. They do have an appeal bond process.
Thanks for hanging with me, Jeff. Have a great one. I'm getting ready to
she's got to be bondable.
wrap this up here. I'm giving it till about 6 more minutes my time.
Does not do
4
that.
p.m. my time. After that, we'll call it a day.
All of these,
I appreciate you being with me.
Judgments
Thanks, everybody.
that are in line. They're potentially, they can be wiped out in a bankruptcy process.
And I don't think defamation premised on malice can be wiped out in bankruptcy.
I can't imagine lawyers being real
Hey,
eager
Treat,
to
why
jump
should
in
she go for
line.
bankruptcy?
Even if
You
she's
should go
able to bring up the
below Elon
money
and
to
get the
pay
$8 million.
pay them in advance, because bankruptcy
Elon
has a
will do it. $8
look-back
million
period.
is like
They will look back on
$80 to him.
payments that she's made in a certain amount of time. It just gets very complicated and becomes very insecure about whether
The
you're
rumor
actually
is
going to get paid
he's
for the work
actually,
that
and
you
who
do.
knows how true it is, but the
So-
rumor
And
is
why you bond,
that Elon
Andrew?
Musk
She's not
is actually
bondable.
paying
I
for
mean,
these
she doesn't
lawyers.
have the assets to secure a bond in these dollar amounts. In fact, they've
I mean,
already
you would think if you did, then Johnny would be going after them immediately. So
right.
And
I think Johnny should
the
go
thing-
after his money. Go get it. But I know he doesn't care.
Shoot, I was going to say something. Never mind. It's not important.
I mean, there's a website called Celebrity Net Worth, and they've already updated Amber Heard's net worth to minus 10 million. That's not a good investment.
I think her total net worth was before this was like 8 million. So she's already 2 in the hole. And so I don't know.
And that wasn't considering her attorney's fees, which likely have not materialized in full.
She said they were 6 million. Do you believe they were 6 million?
I think
I would believe it. Do I believe she has personally paid 6 million? Not really.
Hell no.
Well, she pledged it.
It may be sitting again. One of the things that may be happening is she may have had to put a significant amount in escrow, with the potential that a homeowner's policy would pay if she prevailed. That is certainly
happen.
A possibility.
That.
And
yeah.
if that homeowner's policy says, yeah, peace, then that escrow will pay out, and that net worth that's held in a trust account will disappear from her immediately as well. So I mean, there's all sorts of ways that could manifest.
Elon put $8 million.
The thing I was going to say is in regards to what you were saying on bankruptcy, Andrea, because of that look back period. That's why most bankruptcy attorneys
take cash off at his place.
They take a cash payment for a fixed fee. Those are for normal people bankruptcies, though. Those are not for celebrity bankruptcies, which may have multiple LLCs managing their time and all of the different things that you have to go through.
Correct.
Those get hard to pay in cash because those get expensive pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, next we've got Brianna Rama. Happy anniversary, Aaron. Here's to many more years. Here. Cheers. Angela Johnson says, rewind. I think the judge slipped. Depp won, I think. Yes, the judge had slipped at that point. She had let it be known that there was some sort of award coming. And the obvious inference was that it would be for Johnny Walker. Oh my gosh. Johnny Depp. Liquor on the mind, I guess. Miscellaneous. I have a Jefferson's Ocean aged at sea poured in my Kentucky glass waiting for a verdict. Not a bad whiskey. I like that one. Ghost of Recon. We need more Ninth Gate references or possibly Sleepy Hollow. Ninth Gate. Wasn't Amber Heard in that as Satan? Kroisk. I actually do like the movie Ninth Gate as a guilty pleasure because it is like the slowest movie ever made, but I just enjoy it very much.
So the only movie I've ever seen Amber Heard in was Zombieland. She's in just the first few minutes when she's the cute girl from Apartment 406 and she turns into a zombie. And ironically enough, that turned out to be her whole career.
I particularly like the part where she gets wrecked by the back of the toilet.
Yes.
That's the best part of that scene.
Well, that's why she poops in bed. She had PTSD from the toilet seat.
Somebody sent me a
like, you guys, did you see what the media is doing though? And this is no surprise. I mean, right now CNN's got a headline up that basically says both people, lost. Which I don't know how you did both. How do you do this? So I just want to tell the chat, if you want to read. How do you, both of them lost? How do you come up with that? I wrote and I write in PJ Media every day, and I write about, I've covered this trial from beginning to end, and I will not lie to you like that. I will not lie. My headline right now is breaking. Johnny Depp wins 15 million in defamation case, which I know it's been edited down. It's in there against Amber Heard in a split decision. Now that's an accurate headline. And the headlines that CNN are putting out and MSNBC and all these idiots who want you to think both people lost, they're lying to you. Nick, I stuck the link for you.
They're factually true, but they're false by implication, right? I mean, the headline for CNN is jury finds both Amber Heard and Johnny Depp liable for defamation. Well, okay. I mean, true as far as it goes, just doesn't go far enough.
Johnny Depp, we're here. Anybody right now on this panel would be thrilled to lose the way Johnny Depp did.
For sure.
Yeah.
Super Bowl was played 28-16. Super Bowl was played 28-16. Both teams lose.
Both teams scored points.
But they've been doing this the whole time. The media has been doing this throughout this trial, trying to make Amber the victim, trying to gaslight the public. And I'm just not having it. I'm so tired of it. And what did I hear you talking about today earlier, Nick? I was told that I was called, our publication was called a right-wing misinformation rag.
Yeah.
And let me just say about that, I am one of the only people who has called this trial right in the press. I am one of the only people who has, and PJ Media, for whatever you might think of it, because it is conservative news, certainly my editors don't, get a hold of me and they're like, hey, make sure you go this way with this or that way. We don't do that. We check facts, we print facts, and that's it. Now I put my salty opinions in there, but other than that, I'm not going to mislead you. Who said that, by the way, Nick? What was his name? I've never heard of him, and I've never heard of his magazine. Somebody, Kim?
Eddie Kim. He's still mad that I made fun of him the last time he wrote about me and called me a men's rights activist.
Oh, that was that guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
He put me in the manosphere now. I guess I'm lumped in there with you.
It's
in the
like, look, I
manosphere.
mean, I think men deserve a fair shake to everybody else, but I wouldn't call me
You
a men's
monster.
rights activist or anything like that. I'm not advocating male rights issues in the public space. I think the judicial system just needs to be evenly applied in general, regardless of gender, race, creed, kind of in line with the Civil Rights Act, the 14th Amendment, and every other thing that we have to prevent discrimination. But there are several issues that men's rights activists would probably call me out if not strong enough on. And one is that I say that the family court is better today than it was, maybe 15, 20 years ago for men. And I know there's a bunch of MRAs who would disagree with that, but that's okay. I mean, who cares? But yeah,
Chat just said far right equals not a communist. Exactly. Commies get the wall. Can I say that on the
Eddie-
TV screen?
Yes. Well, it should be said from the rooftops. No, Eddie Kim, I mean, he didn't do the research. I mean, he specifically misquoted me when I tagged your article. I said that your article was the most important and then further most correct piece on the implications of the trial being broadcast. And with Ty Beard.
How the hell are you?
All right, folks. I am going to wrap this up. I appreciate you all being with me. Thank you so much for staying here, hanging out. Lori, love you. Jeff, Chloe, it's so great to see you on. I miss you. Hope everything is well in jolly old England. Appreciate everyone who's on, those who commented, those who didn't. Thanks for joining me. This has been awesome. I will see you all again soon. I'll have more YouTube videos. I'll have more lives. And I'm looking forward to the next thing. So y'all take care. You'll hear from me soon. And with that, we'll close out this broadcast. Have a great day. Money for Johnny Depp, baby. And Chloe, for you, yeah, I need to go get a mega pint. I'm going to have a mega pint for you and Johnny.